Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
And a good... What day is it today? Today's Thursday. Good Thursday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout live right here at Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports on TuneIn, iHeartRadio, YouTube, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, as well as wherever you get your podcast. Matt Iwanyk with you here today alongside YouTube Trev.
Hello.
And Jasmine.
Good morning.
Oh, there we go. CFL free agency set to open February 11th. The email just came out from the Canadian Football League.
February 11th.
And they have the full list. Oh, I wait for this day so much.
It's a good day.
Oh, it's a great day now. I always wait just because I was talking to Dusty just 2 days ago. I was like, I can't wait for the CFL free agency list to go out so I can look at it a little closer. 3 Down Nation does post one. They're really good with it, but they're a little off, I think, sometimes. So again, the official list from the Canadian Football League is great, although the CFL should send that out like months ago.
It feels
Screw
like
you, CFL.
just yesterday we launched the 6 o'clocker logger, and everyone was talking about this list at Alley Cat. Luke was, Eric was, I'm pretty sure. Well, I guess maybe not everyone, but they were talking about it. I was like, okay. It was a big thing. And I was like, oh, snap.
Well, a year ago tomorrow was the watch party with the Caps, and we had our first tasting of the...
Was that a year? I thought that was on like in December. Oh, well.
No, but then it was like that next week or whatever was... the Alley Cat drinking, the tasting there.
So
it was all
mixed.
there. Like
okay,
No, you're right. It was all at the same time.
Oh, look at that.
Look at this. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
Wow.
A year ago. Look at
We were
that.
talking about that. Yeah. I love talking about it. Yeah, crack that open.
Yes, thank you. Oh, it's awesome.
So no, it's a big day when it comes to, for us CFL fans. And then we could look a little closer. I'll have to look at that later. I won't do that right now. There's too many names, but the CFL should release that a lot sooner so we could have better discussions on that. Jasmine's going to really dive in.
Oh yeah, I get happy when you guys are happy. Every time there's CFL news, you guys are just like kids on Christmas.
Well, you both are kind of in the same boat, like in a sense, like not big CFL people. Learning it.
I will say, definitely getting into it. And like, I was talking with Zach of all people about the CFL, and like, honestly, like I know the summer, like it just ended, the CFL's done and all that, but like, I'm so looking forward to just going to Commonwealth again next year. I can't wait. It was honestly awesome. And being able for the first time in my life to talk about CFL football with my dad is actually pretty cool because, you know, my parents separated. I always lived with my mom growing up or my grandma. So I didn't really get to talk sports with my dad a heck of a whole lot. But obviously, he's a huge fan of the CFL. He's a huge Blue Bombers fan, born and raised in Winnipeg. And he's also a fan of Dusty's, so he's just in awe that I'm working where I am. So it's pretty cool. But he's like, it's nice to talk some CFL football with the dad, I will say.
But you were here a couple days ago. VA got traded. And we're all like, oh my God, VA got traded.
Yeah.
And you were like, what does this mean?
Yeah, everybody's just like running around. Her dad's all like hyper. Dusty's yelling over there.
Yeah,
like,
this is insane.
Then I think it was finally told you it's like Mitch Marner being traded.
Yeah.
And that was like, and you're like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
Equivalent.
So,
Because I was like, when everybody's, kind of settled down, I was like, hey, yo, Maddie, like, what kind of happened?
I need to know.
Yeah.
Keep me in the loop. No, I'm in the same way. Don't worry.
slowly and surely, the more you guys spend time here, we will just break you down.
My
That's
dad's huge into CFL as well, so he's kind of filling me in as well, right? So,
Yeah. And
We
it's
need to get
cool.
the youth.
You
Yeah,
put yourself around people that are, like fans of the sport, cover the sport. You just naturally become a fan, and that's what I'm for sure. Like I'm dialed in. I can't wait. So it'll be awesome.
News today from our own Jason Mill. He's reporting that the leading candidate for the head coaching job, not Rick Campbell, it's Mark Killam, former special teams coordinator of the Calgary Stampeders. So we'll keep tabs on that. It hurt me as a CFL fan yesterday when I was at NAIT speaking to third semesters. Great time there.
Yes. How did it go, man?
It was great. They asked a lot of great questions.
Yeah.
I was there for about 45, 50 minutes.
Were you
Saw
nervous?
some old teachers. No, I didn't know. Like one guy actually got me with a good question.
Okay.
A really good question.
You're
and I was like, I honestly don't know. Well, he was, have I noticed a difference in the Edmonton audience, like the market from over my 14 years? I was like, wow, like, I don't think so, but I never thought of it. So now I want to go talk to other media people and see if they've noticed anything. So I was like, even told him, like, sorry, I don't have a good answer for you. So I felt bad for that one.
Yeah.
But it's a really good question. But I got into the CFL quickly and I was just like, any CFL fans in here? And no one was like, yeah, It was all like, kind of or no. And I was like, oh.
Like, damn it. Okay. I'm
CFL
leaving.
needs to do a better job of that. Well, it's not their fault. It's the CFL's fault.
Yeah.
We just got to find a way to suck those youth to the Commonwealth because it's a fun time. It's great.
They play well. You'll get it. People want to be out and about in Edmonton and do stuff.
But you also need to make it a party.
Yeah.
You need to show that for the 20-year-old that you can have a nice Friday night party going on. You can go sit in that north side area and just get bombed.
Yeah.
And have a great time with your friends outside in beautiful weather type thing. That's
sure.
what they need to go sell.
Yeah, like that tailgate party. I saw Trev there. And I was like, this place is lit.
I wasn't really there, if you know what I mean. I'm just joking. I was there. We were having a good time.
That needs to be advertised. So I didn't know that until EST. Like these guys told me about it, right? But that sort of stuff needs to be advertised more, and you'll get people out there.
I think that's fair to say because I hear it a lot. My generation has failed becoming CFL fans, and they're like, oh, like a lot of people say,
we failed getting you guys.
Saying and that's where I because I've heard that, but then I counter the argument. Well, it's like, well, I didn't become a fan because of you guys essentially. So I don't know, but I'm starting to. They definitely need to market a lot better.
Well, it's been something that it's in my time in radio. We've talked about it for 14 years or whatever. But I've been here that not doing enough to connect with the youth. The CFL's not connecting with the youth, and we're seeing the byproduct of that.
Yes,
because 14 years ago you were what 10?
What was I?
9?
12.
Wow.
Yeah, 12. Like that was the age group that we were talking about at the time. They got to connect with the 12-year-olds and stuff. And they didn't do it.
No, like
and
no
now
one
we've
talked
got
about
your age group, which is the 20s, with the Zacks and all that, and we're going, they're not CFL fans. And there's two reasons: is the CFL didn't do enough of a job of connecting.
Exactly.
And the NFL shot up. And the NFL shot up in Canada because of gambling and fantasy football. Those were the two biggest factors that I saw in the 2010s. Just the interest level that was not there when I was younger. Going through elementary, junior high school, I didn't know a lot of NFL fans. I knew my brother, I knew my cousin. I didn't know a lot of people that were buying Madden in Edmonton and playing it like me.
Oh.
My fans group didn't care. I loved Madden. And now it's just like the NFL's a massive thing. Everyone's playing fantasy. Everyone's getting together on a Sunday. Everyone has their teams.
Yeah.
And that's where it's just seeing that happen. So the CFL has to now almost give up on your generation to a degree.
Yeah.
And go back to the kids and really try to brainwash those kids early.
Bring them in.
Get them so that then when they're in their 20s, they love the league. And we just missed out on your generation because we screwed up. Sorry, Trev. I on behalf of the Canadian Football League and the people, everyone prior, we apologize to you for not getting you in a little sooner.
I appreciate that.
I don't know why you didn't get in.
I don't know. My dad tried, but then I was always into NFL and Madden and my, like I said, I grew up with a bunch of my brother and I were really close, grew up with a bunch of guys. And, I was playing Madden too when I was younger. I didn't,
That's great.
I will say I might have used this. I should have probably used this for a hot take, maybe on Scalding Hot Takes. If you know, because I didn't do.
You got robbed. Trev got robbed.
Thank you. Yes, I did get robbed.
Hashtag justice for YTT.
I thought I won that one, but for me with football, it's more of a, I don't know. Hockey, I find it very satisfying when you see a good goal. Where it's a cool deke you do or something like that, cool moves and all that. And basketball, there's nothing more satisfying than just a throwdown dunk, or the switch. Or a 3-point
I thought
switch.
you were going to start with the 3.
Because it's the sound.
I'm impressed.
Right now, me too. I was like, oh.
I was just going to be like, oh, flashy, Mr. Trev Splasher. But I respect the fact that you went with dunk there.
But a 3 also it's very satisfying. It's it's meant to be, right? But something for me, I've struggled with and becoming a fan of football is
NFL?
Yeah,
okay.
NFL, CFL. I've just, to me, I've found it not as satisfying as running to an end zone. I don't know, and maybe that's a hot take, but that's why I didn't really become a fan. I know the jukes are pretty cool, but something about juke in basketball or hockey is just way more whoa than seeing a guy in football do it. And then the final, the goal, the slam dunk is just running over a line. I've just been anyone can do that. I can't slam dunk.
With
I can slam dunk here, so can you. And Reed definitely can slam dunk here.
That might be a hot take.
Apparently it hurts a lot. Hey?
This one?
No.
Oh, I'm talking about this little one.
No, but just slam dunk. You gotta realize like they're hurting their hands every time they do it.
They're throwing down.
You're just throwing down, you're just hitting
I just
that
want to
rim
touch the
somewhere.
rim, and I can't even touch the rim.
Yeah.
Let alone
Tell
get
me
a
about
ball
it.
over it.
Toots, I can't do it either, right?
What were you gonna say?
Well, with NFL, so there's certain teams that they'll do the running plays or run the touchdown. I agree with you. Even I was bored. Back in the day, the Ravens would do that too, and I was
And
not a
that's
fan.
what I grew up on the Ravens. So
Yeah,
that type
you're
of
used to
football,
that.
I love. I
And
love
I-
smash mouth running football.
Whereas there was like Peyton Manning, this is why I love the Colts. Like he would throw bombs, and I like that to me was exhilarating to
That
be
is,
like if
yes.
if it's gonna be a catch, right?
Yeah. Oh, I get that.
See, and I like good. Like I'm a defensive fan. Maybe in sports in general. There was I go back years for
You're
this
always
one.
defense.
That's
Yeah.
so
It
you
was,
know,
I think,
even in
though.
life.
No, it's
Even on the hangout.
There was a Alabama LSU college football game from a number of years ago. I think at the time they were 1 and 2 in the nation, and they met, and it was highly anticipated. Ended up being 9-6. There were 5 field goals scored, and people walked away going, "This was off. Like this did not live up to it." And I was like, "No, this was a great defensive battle."
Oh my God.
And I loved the hell out of it because I love defense. I love a good defense and stuff. And it was hard to get points, and I respect it. It's baseball. I won a 1-0.
You're sick.
Ace versus ace going at it. Hits are hard to come by, and you know that one run was the big run. Like I love all
And
of that.
soccer too,
That's
when
very
it's
interesting.
0-0.
No, that soccer's different because it generally is just low scoring.
Yeah, it is.
I don't want an 8-0 game though. I would
You don't
like.
see 8-0 either.
Sure, you do. You're not paying attention. It's not as rare, or it's more rare. But it was like I like basketball. I remember when the Lakers beat the Celtics in the championship game, Game 7, 2010. That would be. I think it was only like 78-72 or something like that. It was a low-scoring defensive game, and I loved it. It was just basketball back at its purest. And
Yeah.
that's how I grew up on some of the sports. Hockey's different. Hockey I do not want as a nice, like, I want a good defense. I don't want a 7-6 hockey game. I want a good 3-2, 4-3 hockey.
That's the ideal game. A little bit of both.
That's me. A
I
little
agree.
bit of offense, but I want that defense still there. I just don't want a big shootout.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want that one at 1-0. But like football, like I love a good running back. I love good smash mouth. I love the just go like I love honestly what gets me excited about football would be like a 12-play drive that like just methodically moving down the field slowly. And then you get that touchdown in the end zone and it feels good for me.
Yeah. I mean, each to their own. You were talking about hockey there though, and I'm just curious. The Drake. I haven't been to the Drake yet.
Yeah, we got to get you there.
Is it like the best thing? It's one of the best things.
There's no
It's vintage.
It's got the history, it's got the legacy, it's got, anyone that's played there talks about the square boards. The home team has a beautiful, like the Bears have a nice, and the Pandas have a nice long bench. The visitors is on the other side next to the penalty box, so it's very small that the team actually has to stand often in the hallway because there's not enough room on the bench for all the players. And then the penalty box is right next to them. Just a beautiful. There is no better spot to watch hockey, I will say at the very least in Alberta.
And the Drake.
There's no better spot.
Okay.
There is
Well, there you
no
go.
more enjoyable spot to watch a hockey game than at Clare Drake. Better than Rogers Place, better than Rexall Place, better than every spot, I will say for sure. I could probably expand that to the prairies.
Well, yep. Checked off a lot of boxes in Edmonton. That's still one.
It is. Have you been to the Drake for a game?
No. We could go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
let's
we
do
should.
it.
Friday night or
That's
something.
the thing. Like I have no one to go with, and I'm just like, yeah.
Reed goes quite a bit.
Reed?
Yeah.
Is that right?
He's big into the Bears.
I got to see what they're.
Pandas.
You know what sucks that you bring this up right now? Because if they play December 13th, I'll be mad.
That's that's a good night.
I was gonna say we could have done that instead.
Oh yeah, that would have been good. Start the night there. Is that public?
Not really.
Okay, never mind.
Oh yeah, they're off anyways. So their next game's at Clare Drake. When's the 29th? That's tomorrow. They're at the Drake this weekend. A little busy this weekend.
Maybe I'll have to venture down there.
Next weekend. When they come back, is that non-conference? Jan 3rd, Jan 4th, Jan 11. Wait, no, I got that wrong. Jan 3rd, Jan 11, Jan 17, Jan 18, Jan 31, Feb 1.
So we got some dates.
We'll have to pick one of those.
Yes,
'Cause
please.
I think Zach's never been either. We'll have to get you and Zach.
EST
You
night
could come
and
on
Jazz.
Yeah, just let me know.
We'll go out to a
I'd
Bears
love to
game
go.
and we'll go watch a game at Claire Drake.
Please.
Pretty available in January. That's
Just
one
a
weekend.
great
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So much fun.
I'd love to watch.
And
I
then
wanna
I
go.
could go say hi to your Chuck when
You
he
really
calls the
pumped
game.
it up. Like now I'm engaged.
Yeah.
To go on a Claire Drake?
Yeah.
Claire Drake.
Yeah.
Whereabouts is
It's
it?
called Claire Drake, but
Drake.
the Drake is just an easy way to. Do you know where the Butterdome is? The big yellow building?
Oh, yeah.
It's like next door to it, kind of, or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just right there.
Well, there you go.
It's one that
wanna
I will
go.
be so sad if they ever get rid of it.
Yeah.
If they ever move somewhere else that's
a
more state of the art,
staple in the
all of that,
city.
I would be devastated. Just because there's just the beauty of the Drake. And there's also just like for me, just going to games there with my brother and the dad for all these years. Like it's just memories. My dad's taking me to Oiler games. I've been very fortunate to go to a lot of things at Rexall, Rogers and stuff, but the memories of Claire Drake are the ones that stand out most to me.
For sure. I get the state-of-the-art buildings, the Intuit Dome. I just, like, for the first time, obviously, with the Flyway to LA, everybody's been talking about it. It looks pretty cool, but...
Presented by the
I don't-
780.
Oh, yeah, look at that, represent. But I didn't get to see any footage until this past weekend. I saw a video, and I was like, oh, my gosh. Like, that looks unbelievable. So I get, like... But the state-of-the-art buildings, they're amazing. But like the Drake, it's not state of the art, and that's kind of like I have some nostalgia, and this might be a hot take as well. I love the Saddle Dome. I never want that building to go. I think that's like
It looks cool from the outside.
and like, yeah, and like I get some people say it's a dump, but like I think there's something cool about having an old barn that is literally a barn.
You don't make barns like you're not making a Claire Drake again.
No,
you're
no,
not focused.
you're not gonna-
You're focused on the amenities, making it very comfortable
they're
for
rare.
people. They're almost then too sterile. Like Eric, I've never gone to New Mosaic. I would have to bring Eric on. He'll be on the Hangout tomorrow. I'm not bringing it up then. He's taking me to Old Mosaic Stadium, there was nothing special to it in terms of like amenities. Like they didn't have beautiful concessions or anything like that. Although they did have, you had to go buy for your drinks. You bought tokens.
Is that right?
And then you take the tokens to go get your drink and stuff. I think I still have one of those
don't
tokens.
mind that idea.
So there's like
kinda
two
neat.
lines, but it makes the beer part a little quicker. And like you could buy your tokens before you get in and stuff. But it was like that. It was about the game. It was about your position in the game. It was very like grungy almost, if you will. So like the diehards came out. The diehards came to support their team.
Yeah.
And now with New Mosaic, don't want to put too many words in Eric's mouth. From what I gather, though, it's very more like family oriented. It's cleaner.
It changed the
they
dynamic
worried
a
about
lot.
like we got to make sure you have amenities to be nice and relaxed and enjoy the entire experience as opposed to, well, no, I'm here just to watch a football game and help this team. If I want all the amenities, I'll sit at home.
Right.
I could be at home and get whatever food I want or skip the dishes, all that. When I'm here to try to support my team. And
Absolutely.
they lose that because they're focused too much on the other people that want just everything. They want the wine. You know, for $14 or whatever it is, and not to be there to be the fan and like just
Right.
I've heard. I'll have to go find the article. There's talk of some people think that the Rose Bowl game, which is the big, the crown jewel of them all for the championships for college football, they want to move it away from the Rose Bowl because it's nothing special in terms of it's not SoFi Stadium.
Right.
But it's like, but when you're there, everyone's watching the game because there's nothing else to do. There's not all these private suites that you can go into and have conversations in. Everyone's there because they're watching a football game.
Yeah.
And I just love that. Keep it.
For the CFL, where have you has it just you've gone to Calgary, right?
I've been to McMahon. It's a dump. Apologies.
It is.
I hate the fact that it is a horseshoe. So if you're at one end of the horseshoe, you have to walk around the entire stadium to get to the other end. You can't walk outside.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, or when I was there, they stopped you. They're like, no, you got to go all the way around. It's like, well, it's right. Like it's much easier
I
just
can
letting me out and
see-
going there
Sir,
as
I
opposed
can
to having to walk all the way around. I do stand by. They have great sight lines. They have some of the best sight lines I've ever been at. There's no bad seat in that house.
Rather have that.
It's
Pretty cool.
If they could gut McMahon, everything around the seats, fix that up, make that better, I think they'd have a fine stadium. I truly love those seats, like the sight lines.
Yeah.
But I've been there. I've been to Old Mosaic. I've been to.
BC Place.
I've never been to BC Place.
Oh, okay.
No, I was in BC when I was like 5 or something. So I haven't been when I was. Yeah, don't give me that look. I was at Skydome for a
That's a
football
hot
game.
take.
Why's that a hot take?
I've been to Vancouver and
That's not a hot take. That's just life.
Okay, we'll talk after this. You need a lecture.
I will be there in 18 months.
For
World Cup.
World Cup.
Oh, okay, phew.
World Cup.
Okay.
Why phew?
Because it's so close by. And
Oh, I'm not. I don't think Dusty fully knows yet what I'm doing for 26, but I'm going everywhere.
I know, actually.
I'm taking the hangout on the road if I have to. I'm taking all my vacation time. I don't know. I have to. Dusty doesn't know fully how. That's like 30 days.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I'll have a cough for 30 days like
Maddie on
Dusty did.
Maddie on location. You'll just be grabbing fans to be on the hangout.
That would be fun.
Be like,
just go
we're
sit
on
in
location.
a Vancouver
If you're in
hotel or whatever.
Vancouver-
Like, hey,
Yeah.
Larry Z will come by. Whoever. Let's do full soccer every single day.
I don't mind that.
Have you been to any other CFL games? Just
no, just here and the Lions. I've seen a lot of Lions.
Have you gone
games.
to Lions games?
Unreal. I think I talked about this before in the hangout. How they do engage with younger people way better than we do it here.
Well, and for Grey Cup this year, on one of the days they brought out a bunch of like kids, like they bust in kids to one of the festivals.
But they had 50 Cent too. Don't forget.
No, but during Grey Cup week and stuff, like kids, like
okay,
elementary school kids type stuff. They gave them all like BC Lions shirts or something. They all bust out to one of their festival things to go play, and they were playing around, and like that's the stuff that will get kids like, oh, that was a fun.
Yeah,
maybe they want next year want to go see their BC Lions play and be like, hey, mom, dad, can you take me to the football game?
Yeah.
They'll get invested for sure.
I do want to go to BC Place. It looks beautiful.
I love it. It's one of my favorite venues for an older venue. It's great. The open roof, retractable roof.
Yeah.
I've been to concerts there. Yeah, it's great.
Concerts would be great there.
Yeah, it's except the sound is a little like fuzzy at the top.
Is it?
Yeah, so if you sit at the bottom, you can hear. But it's a good venue.
I'd love to. That's like a thing. Like I like this conversation. I want to check off a lot of boxes, like especially like in hockey.
Well, I was about to ask, Kate, you've been to Rogers,
Rexall,
Saddle Dome.
I always forget. Is it MT? The Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah, I think they've changed their name.
Yeah.
Canada Life Center or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
You've been there?
and that is it. That's not bad. But I want to go to Bell Center very bad, very much.
I just went there. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
When I went to Marial, remember?
Oh yes, that's right. I did know this. Oh, that's
I've
so
only
cool.
in Canada. I've only been to Rexall, Rogers, and Saddle Dome
Yeah.
for hockey.
You haven't
what-
been to Rogers in Vancouver either, obviously. You said.
Oh,
was 4
I
or
was
5.
there actually. Yeah.
Were you?
2010.
Oh yes,
Canada versus Slovakia.
That's an ugly.
Pretty sweet.
is it
Yeah, it's not very nice.
really?
They just renovated the seats though, and it made such a big difference, especially on TV.
I'm surprised by that. It's not good in there.
It's like in any other ghetto kind of arena.
Yeah.
I like the lights they have on the stanchions.
Those are cool.
Yeah, those are cool.
They actually have like that
And on the
atmosphere of the
railings
rink
too, I
and stuff.
think, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do a good job. Like it
Yeah.
looks pretty cool. That's why I'm stunned that you're saying it's not that nice inside.
Maybe I'm biased.
I don't think you would on that.
Yeah.
I did go see Arizona. I can't remember who. I think they played the Rangers. I did see them in
At the
Glendale.
Mullet Arena.
Not Mullet. I wish I saw them at Mullet.
Me
I wish I
too.
saw a game at Mullet.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
Yeah.
go for it.
No, I was so sad. My cousins all went to the Mullet, and they're like, it was such an experience because it's so small. So you just, you could see everything, and it was intimate. It was packed.
Yeah.
Tickets weren't too expensive either. There was some section they were talking about. If any nasties have been, that was
I think
like,
it was behind one of the nets. I don't know what section
Yeah,
it is, but I
I
know
don't
there
wanna-
was
Oh,
a
there's
section.
a student. There was supposed to be like a student type section there.
Oh, okay.
That Arizona State University students got cheaper tickets to go to games.
okay. Well,
apparently.
we missed out on that. It was like a new arena, right? So,
Yeah. Well, it just
That's-
opened.
yeah.
Like for all this.
so I'm sad I missed that.
Well, and it's just
One and
'cause
done.
It's Claire
bad.
Drake is like a similar size. It's like to me that's where it's like imagine watching Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl play in such a small intimate barn.
Exactly.
That
Remember
to
all
me-
Oiler fans that were there?
Yeah, like and that to
Yeah.
me is one where it's like if I could go see any of my favorite bands, would I want them doing a stadium show or would
Nope.
rather see them in an intimate? I want the intimate.
That's a good
Same.
point.
If I
Even
if I
comedians,
if I have a
yeah.
chance to go see Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl in a very intimate atmosphere, that was like yes, or like honestly, any of like the NHL is full of the best hockey players in the world. Just period, all of them. They're the greatest hockey players right now playing. How cool would it be to see them in just such a small, intimate atmosphere?
Absolutely. Like even when you sit in like close to the glass and you see that, we talk about NBA sizes and, like they're, in NFL with like Henry and stuff, even these players, I remember, I don't know. I can't believe how massive they are. Their shoulders are huge. Granted, they're wearing equipment, but it is something else. And to see their facial expressions and all their fine lines, I don't know, something about it really. It's
just like they're real.
They're real.
I can see you.
Exactly. It's like a wax museum. And I think that's, what you would see.
But you're also just close as fans.
Yeah.
Like the noise would be held in a little bit more.
Exactly. And you hear their voices when they're talking to each other, the F word.
I know
Hear
why.
them chirping.
Yeah.
I know why you can't keep it going as hockey and the Coyotes had to move and stuff. I get it from the business perspective, but not getting going there, that is a sad one for me.
Yeah.
Same here. I had to take an L for that too.
So that would have, I know I went to their arena though in Glendale.
Okay.
Did I see any? Have I seen any NHL games? I don't think I've seen any other NHL games.
Yeah, neither have I. But
may I just read this quickly?
Yes,
it's in regards to the CFL.
Yeah.
CFL can't grab the younger audience because the rules are not more aligned with the NFL. And then it continues, and they will never change due to tradition. Change rules and field dimensions. Watch the viewership grow.
It won't. I stand by it. I don't believe it will grow. Football is my favorite sport. I love football more than hockey.
CFL or NFL and CFL together?
Football.
Football. Okay.
And I'm not going like soccer football. No, I'm not saying that. Like I'm talking just American football. It is my favorite. If I rank my leagues, it goes CFL, NCAA, NFL right now. Okay. Those are my three. If the CFL went to 4 down, it would become my third favorite league. Because if I want 4 down football, I've got 4 down football. I've got the NFL, which I have my laptop here for 10:30, so we can start watching the football game.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh yeah.
College football. Like I love college football. I will watch college football. Hurricanes, the U, we're doing great this year. I have my 4 down football though, so I don't need more 4 down football in my life. Give me 3 down, and 3 down is actually can be a more exciting and entertaining game. And the rules of the Canadian Football League allow for more excitement. That it was a passing league before the NFL, long before the NFL ever turned into a passing league. You guys talking about the running?
Yeah.
And how that was the NFL for a long time. It wasn't the CFL. The CFL has always been that passing league.
Yeah.
It has had the excitement. It has the late 3 minutes, the last 3 minutes. The amount of games that are decided at the end is incredible. That the fact that a game isn't, you could be up by 2 scores going into the final 3 minutes, and that game's not over. There's not a CFL fan out there that will say this game is over. Like it can turn in a snap of a finger. In the NFL, that's not the same case. So I don't know why going to 4 down, like why Americanizing it also is going to get a bunch of Canadians to come watch it. Like I don't think if the XFL came here, well, so what? It's the UFL. I don't think there'd be more fans than the Elks have. I truly don't. I think that's just that's it. To me, a lazy way of trying to be like, yeah, well, it's not the NFL. Yeah, it's not the NFL. I understand that. But if you want 4 down football, you could already go watch it.
I would love for you to talk to my brother. I know him and my cousins are about the rule change.
And I don't know why all of a sudden 4 downs is going to change it. Because you'd have to change the field size. If they went to 4 downs with the size of the Canadian Football League field, there would be no defense. There would be no stopping. It would be, and honestly, I will say this: there would be more running. If the Canadian Football League added a 4th down, there would be more running.
Yeah,
that's just because coaches would sit there and be like, "Oh, I have an extra down. I'm going to run more." They're not going to say, "Oh, we can throw for 3 downs instead of 2." They're going to say, "Oh, we can throw for 2 and run for 1." You're going to see more running added to the Canadian Football League, which I don't think fans want, or the casuals.
I might get chirped in the comments for not knowing this, but the CFL field, is it wider or it's just longer?
Both.
Oh, it is?
I could be wrong in the yardage. I think it's 65 wide. I want to say the NFL's 40.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to get it wrong.
I love that it's bigger.
So, yeah, it's a wider and longer field. There's one more player on the field. They have the waggle, which is the motion before the snap. So the receivers could run up to the line before the ball is snapped. You can't do that in the National Football League. Field goal posts are up instead of at the back of the end zone. So there are all those small changes, but it just, there's a way to appreciate all of it.
Yeah.
I believe if you are a football fan, you could watch the CFL and appreciate the beauty of the Canadian Football League. And Americans do that all the time. There's Americans that watch it all the time, and they don't, players come up here. The players that come up here, they're the ones that say also keep it to 3 downs. So like we had Aaron Grimes sit where, I think he was where you were, Trev. I think that's where he was. And he said when he first came up here, he thought, don't want this or whatever. But it's like, I love it.
Yeah.
Milt doesn't want it to go away. Now I need to go NFL wide. How wide is?
As far as there's actually, I think
53 and a half. Sorry.
No,
53 and a half. Okay.
Continue.
I also started following a lot of the CFL players on Instagram,
Nice.
and I think they're pretty cool. They got swag, they got fit, they're funny, cool vibe, and then you see what's being marketed or targeted. That's not what I see. I don't see that.
Yeah.
Like
it's way
overall.
different, eh?
Yeah, it's like because the players are cool, but like, are the Elks necessarily cool to me? And I mean this with respect, right?
Like the players or
Like the players are cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, I follow them and I see their lifestyle or whatever, and they're cool, whatever. But I don't think it reflects on the Elks as far as the marketing goes.
They don't pump that out there
they
as
don't pump
much.
this,
Yeah,
like BC does.
Well, and that's partly that is partly where the issue comes from the Canadian Football League, though, is that there aren't long contracts. You know, who just signed? Somebody just signed this season, I think it was, for like a 5-year deal or something. And it was like, whoa, 5 years. Like that doesn't happen in the Canadian Football League. It's usually 2 years, even 3 is long. So there's a lot of turnover. So it's hard to fall in love with players because they're gone in a couple of years.
Okay,
So
yeah.
how do you market a guy and then who's going to be gone in 2 years?
Yeah, not your franchise player anymore necessarily, right?
So
I
like
see,
you
I
have
see.
to get back to, they have to find a way, and the CFL is trying to work on that way to get like some of the stars to maybe stick in the cities, like find ways to keep them in their organization or with an organization so that, you know, you've got, let's say, Eugene Lewis right now with the Elks, who's been here for 2 seasons. There's a good chance he won't be here next year, but is there a way to try to find a way to keep that guy so he's here for 6-7 years so players could fall, or fans could fall in love with certain players, and then you could build around that over a number of years. That's a thing that the CFL does have to worry about.
I didn't know that.
Because I know in like the NBA, there's talk that there's maybe a little too much movement. That while it's a lot of fun
Right.
to watch all the stars move around, that maybe it's going to start hurting the NBA at one point where there's just too much movement with the stars.
You know what? That's such a good point. Like the other day, me and Zachy were like, where's Paul George? Like 76ers? Like, you had to think about it for a second, right? One last thing I want to say about the Elks is that I really enjoy the Elks herd.
Elks Herd. Shout out Elks Herd.
Shout
Scout and
out.
Catherine.
Yes, I really enjoy their content. It's so cute. And it also keeps me up to date with Elk stuff, obviously here. But like, I just want to give a shout out to them that as far as the marketing aspect goes, they're fun to watch. I think they had a wonderful time at the Grey Cup, and I followed their little journey there, and that was really nice.
They do great stuff.
There you
Friends
go.
of EST, they're on Fridays, right after the Reed Wilkins show, as long as there's not Oilers pre and post game. And then there's also the Turf District on Thursdays. They're on after Reed and Wilkins show. They go live on YouTube. They go live. Turf District goes live on Tuesday nights. Elks Call, they go live on Wednesday nights. So there's actually some really good Elks content out there to keep you informed fully if you want a little bit more. Just in the nest, you have a few more. Abutsky saying real football fans can appreciate both the CFL and the NFL. Jared, NFL fans won't watch CFL because they think it's a minor league. Aligned rules won't change that and will probably make the problem worse. Dwayne, I actually agree with Iwanyk. I enjoy all football, CFL, NFL, XFL, LFL, Arena League. The difference between these leagues just makes it more interesting. And that's, but like, if you're an NFL fan and you don't like the CFL, that's cool. Don't like the CFL, just don't bash it. Like, that's where I don't like. If you don't like it, just stop bashing.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
like
reason
it's
to
our
bash
Canadian football. That's after all.
And like, I still stand by. I don't think going to 4 downs changes the Canadian Football League. And if we lost the Canadian Football League, there would be no football coming to Edmonton, period, professionally. There's no professional football that making its way to Edmonton. So if you want professional football, this is the second best league in the world, period.
Yeah.
This is what we have. So it's never going to be the NFL, nor does it ever try to be the NFL. If it ever tries to be the NFL, I'll be one of the first in line being like, stop it. You're not the NFL. And there's a way to enjoy both. There's a beauty of football there, that if you truly are a fan of football, not fantasy football, not gambling, football, enjoying to watch football, you should be able to sit down and enjoy a good CFL game. Yeah, are there bad CFL games? Yes. There are bad NFL games too, though. But you should be able to enjoy a good CFL game, a good NFL game, a good NCAA game, a good U Sports game. The Vanier Cup this weekend was on. It was a nice, fun game. I enjoyed watching Laval and Laurier with Mark Lee on the call. Brings me back, Mark Lee.
Speaking of bad football, Chicago Bears.
What about the
They're
Bears?
playing the Lions today.
Dusty's nervous about that one.
Yeah.
Is he?
Why?
He was shivering.
It's like
I just gotta grab my
-9.5 for the Lions.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Before just want to remind people on the Hangout, we do have our last chance to qualify for the EST Flyaway presented by the 780. 3 more chances to qualify left before we give this away tomorrow.
Almost
I just want to get that.
2 months of qualifying.
Wild.
2 months of calling. I've
wait.
called so many people.
And I've said the word so many times.
And we'll do it one more time.
This is it.
One more time. As tomorrow during the morning show, we'll do the grand prize draw. While you start talking about the Bears, I'm just going to get my computer ready so we can watch football.
Yeah, I mean, I could see why Dusty feels a little nervous. It looks
Really?
like Caleb Williams is doing better. No, Bears changed up their
I will
game?
say Caleb Williams has done better this year than I was expecting. I was very hard on him at the start. I said I didn't believe
I
in
dropped him at the
and
beginning.
he was.
Yeah, I thought he was
He's
going
done
to do
better
unreal.
right now.
So, just about American Thanksgiving. I used to usually take this day off from work. It was
It's
like
fun.
one of those days, you know.
Yeah.
You just would. But sorry, go ahead.
No, it is surprising. Like, I don't know. Like, he was like quivering. He's like, I'm very nervous. Like, I don't know. Like, my whole life, 30 years of it, but it's like it's just one game, Dusty. They're looking really good. You know, they're the best. I've heard him say they're the best in the NFL right now.
Yeah,
And so it's one game.
They're one of the best for sure.
They're
Something to watch out for.
probably the best, significantly
They had a
better
bad game.
than the Ravens, I'd say. I'm just getting you going. I don't know.
No,
know
I just want to. Can I rant about fantasy football for a brief second since Reed's not here?
Why not?
And then we'll get to the. So,
Reed's not here.
well, so I was asking Dusty for help, a little bit of help, because I need a win this week to make the playoffs.
Okay.
I'm in a 16-team league. It's the Spite League. It's Dusty's Spite League. How many teams make it? 12 teams make the playoffs. I'm in one conference, which is the toughest conference, not in the other conference. If I was in the other conference, I'd be in the playoffs. I'm in the toughest conference. I have had the hardest schedule difficulty. I have what is it when it comes to scoring? I think I'm the fourth highest scoring team in a 16-team league. Fourth highest scoring. According to a breakdown, they have a breakdown thing, which is what would your record be against all teams throughout the thing. I am, I think, third. I'm third in breakdown. I'm fourth in points. Overall, like, I am a top team in this, but I'm 6-6 because I've had the toughest schedule by far. I'm going up against the commissioner of the league, who got spited Dusty and stuff at the start of the year. Winner basically makes the playoffs in our thing. We're going up against today or this weekend. I'm just looking at this schedule difficulty. I'm first. He's 14th. And yet now our projection's 1 point different. This is going to be the 1 week where I have an injury with Austin Eckler. I'm going to get knocked out after having like one of the highest scoring.
Worst. It's so unfair. That's what happened
One of the
last
highest
year.
scoring teams. It's not even close in this league.
Yeah.
Yet I've gone
That's
against the
unfortunate, Matt.
most points. And I'm going to get knocked out. Sorry, that's my rant. I hate
You're allowed to
fantasy
rant about
football.
that.
I
That's a
hate
good
fantasy
rant.
football.
Unfortunately, that happens.
Fantasy too.
Sometimes this is the first year in like 6 years I haven't done fantasy, but I've never done fantasy football. I've always just done hockey. But like, I've never won, and I've had seasons where I have the best players, and it's all about rolling the dice, and sometimes you just roll the wrong die, and it's just unfortunate. You don't get the bounces. You don't get even. Yeah. Oh no, I agree with what you're saying there.
Late
buddy.
losses
It
in
sucks.
weeks or whatever,
And
or
players-
like one player. I need this one player to get me 3 points. It doesn't
Legit.
happen, so I'm lost.
Legit.
Yeah.
The couple of weeks ago, this guy puts up like 135 points. I put up 129 points, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm second highest scoring in the league that
Yeah.
week, but no, I have to go up against the most highest scoring point.
Yeah, I
And
hope you win that one.
It's unfortunate. Is it
I feel your pain if you.
is it called the Spite League because of the controversy to start the season?
Well, we're calling it the Spite League. It's not actually officially called the Spite League, but Dusty's is looking to win this year in spite of what happened to him. So
Right.
it's now the Spite League.
Okay,
For
it
him.
kind of works. I like.
But
the name.
everyone knows about the Spite League, and so I just word it that way, as I'm in the same conference as Dusty. So if I make the playoffs, only one of us could get to the finals. But I would love it, like a semi. Like, I feel like I'm a semifinalist. I should be able to get and play Dusty in the semifinals, and he's got a better team. He'll probably win that. So he probably wants me knocked out a little bit. He doesn't have to worry about the commish. I'm more scary than the commish. So I think there's one other way I could get in if someone else loses, but I don't want to get in by backdoor.
That's fair.
I actually want to know. I have Herbert too, Spency. He said, should I start Herbert versus Falcons or Richardson versus Pats?
Ooh, because you got the Pats. I'd probably go still Herbert.
Yeah, I would go Herbert too. That was my
gut would say that.
Yeah.
He's got more upside. That's where I always go to that type of guy.
I have too. He's been consistent. Do him. Richardson, we all know he gets tired. I'm allowed to say that.
We were talking about the Elks earlier there, Maddie.
Yes.
And you alluded to this. Mark Killam. I just want to know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm not in favor of it. I'm not a fan. Like, it'll be a wait and see.
Yeah.
Partly because, like I've said it, I'm not going to change my feelings on this. I'm always skeptical of a coach that has been rumored to have interviewed for head coaching jobs before for a long time and has never gotten it. I've seen it happen in the Canadian Football League where that guy finally gets his opportunity. The story is, he finally gets his chance, and it fails miserably.
Yeah.
And I've seen that too many times. Now, I could also point to Bob Dice. I've said this one with Ottawa this year. They turned it around, and I was never expecting that from Bob Dice. But I would rather go with, I think if I had a choice between Rick Campbell or Mark Killam or Jordan McSimic, he'd be my third choice. I'd rather see what Jordan McSimic could do as this up-and-coming coach as opposed to this guy who's been passed over many times. Now, that partly, though, is Ed knows more than I do. He's a smarter football guy than I am. And I'd want to wait and see. Maybe Mark Killam becomes more of the Bob Dice where he'd have success and he was just never given the opportunity. Or, I'm not worried about him being a special teams coordinator because, my special teams coordinator, the Ravens head coach was a special teams coordinator before he became a head coach.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about that. It'd be what staff does he surround himself with? Who's his OC? Who's his DC? Where does that all go? But initially, I'm skeptical of it. I'm not going to sit here. I wouldn't sit. If that announcement happens, I won't sit and going home run.
Yeah.
Could be. I'm
be on the fence with
I'm
it.
very much would be on the fence.
Yeah.
100%.
Early into the offseason, obviously, but so far with Chris Morris and Ed Hervey, are you just pumped or?
I need to see the Trey Ford signing.
Yeah, and then
that's gonna be the big determining factor for me. Like, I know Ed said he wants him to compete for a job, or like compete, and I agree with that. But like, I don't want Cody Fajardo potentially brought here with a big salary and be like, well, he's gonna be, they're probably gonna start him or something. Like, I want Trey to have a feeling. Like, I want us to look at the contracts and look at things and go, Trey's got the inside track to be the starter this year. That's what I want. Yeah. I want to see that. I want to see the faith thrown into him so that he has an offseason where he's believed, like somebody's believed in him through an offseason, that he could prep that way and then see what he can do next year. But, I love that Ed's back. I love that Chris Morris is in charge. I love what is being said. But now it's go do it.
Yeah.
Go get it done.
Oh, that's fair. I'm just curious, what is the goal for the Elks going into next season? Are they contending for the playoffs?
You have to be a playoff team.
And
you have to be a playoff team where I would think we're talking about late in the season, into the last weeks of the season, can they host the playoff game? I think that's what they need.
And then that kind of sparks my next question. What happens if they aren't? If they make all these great moves so far, a lot of people are liking what they're doing.
I'd depend how it played out.
Yeah.
It would depend on, if we're talking about an 0-9 season to start.
Yeah, because that's what I'm worried about.
Then I'd sit there and be like, I don't know, blow up Commonwealth Stadium.
Yeah.
Sure, I don't know, try something. I don't know what happens at that point. I truly wouldn't. It's possible.
Yeah.
I think we've seen it enough to go, it could happen.
That's why I
don't
worry.
know what to believe.
I really worry.
If they miss the playoffs, it would be how did they miss? If it was a similar year like this year, outside of the 0-7 start, they won some games early and just missed, they came close this year.
Yeah.
I think I can live with it depending on where do we see progress with this team.
I'm just gonna submit your CV. You go run that damn team. Yeah. Did you guys watch
I would like that.
Did you watch Vegas?
I have faith in
Colorado
Maddie.
yesterday?
No.
You didn't watch it at all?
No.
No, I went to bed very early. I watched the first 10 minutes and then I went to bed.
I was actually looking for Lakers Spurs and it wasn't on my TV, so I didn't watch any sports.
Can I rant about this? Wasn't gonna, but I was looking for OKC and GS. Because they're Oklahoma is number 1 in the West, and then Golden State is second. And I thought, okay, this is going to be a good match. Steph was injured, but whatever, with the knee, so he didn't play. I just thought, okay, so we always get Lakers games televised. We always get Golden State games televised. Those are the two. And for once, you're telling me the Raptors, obviously it's Canada, that's fine. Where's the second game?
See, the only thing, I think the Lakers, because they were in San Antonio. So it's an earlier game. Usually when the Lakers are home, they could play them at 8:30.
Yeah, the 8 o'clock game.
So
that's
I understood that.
But
I'm still like,
GS was at 8 o'clock.
they weren't even on.
No, I was stunned. That was something I was looking forward to.
Yeah, I thought at some point.
So therefore I had to watch.
Well, it's also like, look, Wemby and the Lakers.
Exactly.
Right? Like that's actually a pretty big selling point. The Spurs aren't that bad this year.
No, they're not.
So I was like, oh, Lakers, Spurs. I want to go find this. And I'm like, oh, it's not on. So I didn't watch sports.
Okay, well, I had
Because I was mad.
Vegas,
There it is
Colorado.
right there.
It went to shootout. It was I watched the third period and the overtime and shootout. So interesting. Aiden Hill, your best friend. That guy's a dog. He is so calm. He is so chill. He makes it
My
look
best friend.
You guys are best buds.
He makes it look so easy. Like he doesn't panic. Like you see Stewie like panicking, right? Like
Every night.
yeah. Every
Well, it's
night,
also
like,
easier when you look at your defense in front of you and your Golden Knight goalie versus the Oilers, and you're looking at the defense in front of you.
True.
Maybe a little easier to be calm.
I think there was like 34-19 shots on goal that yesterday, but yeah, he I felt bad though when they lost. Although both these teams are our rivals. So.
What do you guys make of somebody saying NBA TV? Was the game on NBA TV? I don't get NBA TV.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And Big Maple saying IPTV. I have to renew mine.
Okay, that's the thing I'm trying to say for people that pay for the
Like
damn
the regular
cable.
stuff. Yeah.
Give
Well,
us the game.
TSN Sportsnet, you have television, like the rights to this. And
Give
you're like,
us a game.
of all the games are on last night, like Thunder Warriors. It's
embarrassing.
Should have been on.
Yeah.
Should have been on.
Just doesn't make any sense.
What the reports are, Hill and Binnington kind of locks right now for Four Nations.
Boom.
And they're looking at Decord potentially.
Marc-Andre Fleury.
Well, Decord, they have to check passport stuff or try to see if he's Canadian or not.
Decord?
To get him. Joey, sorry.
It was okay.
He's an American, but he has connections to Canada.
That's news to
He was
me.
born in Canada, I think, or something, but he's
One
an American.
of those weird.
And they're trying. I know that there's some rumblings of. Are they trying to see if they could get him?
Uncle that's Canadian.
Marc-Andre Fleury.
It's in the mix.
Who
Eden
else?
Hill. There's we're just talking about it. I'm drawing a blank.
Because I haven't heard enough of Logan Thompson's name.
Oh yeah, Logan Thompson was another.
But his name,
Luke
but
Gasick was dropped. But
But there's
that
not
one today.
a lot of like in the reports or like whenever there's a writing, you don't see his name a lot.
No.
And Skinner's dropped off.
Yes, significantly. Yeah, no, I'd be very content. Well, it's not ideal considering the last two Olympics, 2 times that Canada's where it's best on best. I remember 2010, it was Brodeur, Fleury, and Luongo. And then it was Carey Price, Fleury, and in 2014, I forget the other one.
Was Luongo
but
not there? No, Mike Smith was there.
Mike Smith.
Smith.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, good old Mike Smith. But yeah, like Canadian goaltending has taken a significant drop, which is unfortunate. When you compare it to the other years, it's down, but you just talked about it before with Aiden Hill, the team in front, the defense in front. I think that'll be okay. If you have a Cale Makar, if you have, a Shea Theodore, Devon, it's not ideal. Like, especially Connor Hellebuck, Jake Ottinger, like those guys are next level good, but I don't think you need next level good when you've got McDavid, Nathan McKinnon, Sidney Crosby, Cale Makar. More often than none, will be having the puck on their, stick. So,
and I'm not surprised that Skinner's kind of not there because some people like Hill and Binnington haven't exactly had the best year.
Yeah,
like they're not lighting it up, and so it's more of a reputation a little bit with those guys to a degree that adds to them.
Yeah,
and like what they've done over the last few years. And Skinner went to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup final. But historically, I feel like what we've seen from Canada is that they have the 2 guys that they give like a broader view of their careers and bring those 2. And then that third goalie generally is the hotter goalie.
Yeah.
They don't bring 3 guys that are just, they've been good over a number of years or whatever. Even though they're down this year, we're going to go in. They do that with usually 2. And then that third, like the Mike Smith that one year when they brought him to 2014, I think, he was unreal.
Yeah.
And it was like, this guy has to be on the team. He was never going to play, He was the number 3.
Yeah.
And it was like, but you brought the hottest goalie. And I think that's maybe what Canada's trying to do here is, okay, they had the 3 going in that we all thought through the summer, which was Binnington, Hill, Skinner. Skinner's dropped off, so they're going, okay, we're going with those other 2.
Yeah.
And then it's, okay, who's the hottest Canadian goalie right now? Let's bring them in as number 3 just to solidify our goaltending. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah. And like, really, you got to ride the hot hand, right? Depending who it is, you see in World Juniors at times, like just a goalie for a tournament can just be unreal. So it's not skill, it's luck. It's weird how that works. But you look at sometimes the best goalies. I remember when they did bring it was the 2010 Olympics. It was Martin Brodeur. He was supposed to be the guy, and it ended up he lost it. It was Roberto. Yeah, they pulled him. It was Roberto Luongo that ended up, and so you saw what Connor Hellebuck did in last year's playoffs. Unbelievable, and so there's so many different angles you have to look at it. It's not just who's the best goalie. You got to ride with the guy that's hot, and who knows? The Oilers or the Team Canada could certainly have that.
0-2. They started with Curtis Joseph in that for game 1, if I'm not mistaken, against Sweden. And then he got pulled for going into game 2, and they put in Brodeur. And they ran Brodeur the rest of the time. And he was brilliant. I believe they started, though, Curtis Joseph in that one.
Yeah. So it could change.
Oh, 0-2 was so much fun.
Yeah. And like, as much as I know I said my final hot take, I don't really care who wins or anything like that. But it's nice to just.
Who's talking?
It's nice to just talk about best on best. It is so unfortunate that we're on year 10, year 9 of Connor McDavid, and he has yet to represent Team Canada. He was at the World Championships. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? It's not the Olympics. And then there was the World Cup in his second year, 2016, when he represented Team North America.
Yeah, which was the young under 23 and all that.
It was cool seeing, Matthews share the line with Connor McDavid, Nathan McKinnon, Nuge was on that team, Scheifele. Like, it was cool to see, but like, that was really the last time we saw best on best. And we're 10 years into Connor McDavid's career. And you talk about legacies. Like, I'm sorry, I'm a legacy guy. He for sure, if not, he probably, I'm not going to say that Canada would have won 2 golds, but they had a really good chance to at least win 1. That was
Canada's
great.
Favorites.
Yes,
and
they're favorites.
I don't care how good the Americans are. Canada, to me, is the favorite still going to the 4 Nations because we're Canada.
Yes.
Who's the best player in the world?
Connor McDavid.
Who's the next best player in the world?
Nathan McKinnon.
Like it probably, or like you could say Leon, but okay, Leon's can't play.
Yeah.
So then next, it's like McKinnon and McCarr. Like they're all on Canada.
Yes.
So we're the favorites.
Yes.
So yeah, he would have at least 1 gold.
Yeah, for sure.
He'd have at least 1.
And it's just
because if they lost 1, they'd be too pissed off and they'd go win the next one.
Yes, absolutely. And one thing I always hear about, and we heard it yesterday, you could tune in to the Reed Wilkins show. Reed was talking about Canada Cup 87. It was some of the best hockey ever played. And it was with players with the likes of Mario Lemieux and Wayne Gretzky. And it's so cool to be able to see those players play on the same team. And I have not, and that's hockey history right there. And I've been robbed of it. And it sucks. Because we have been.
We've been robbed of Crosby and McDavid.
That is
straight up that one right there. We've been robbed of that one. We never saw like. No, did we see it? Did LeBron and Kobe? They would have played Olympics together. Yeah, like you want those guys to play together at some point. And that's not an all-star game. We've been robbed of McDavid and Crosby.
Yeah, it absolutely sucks.
And Crosby McKinnon.
And Crosby McKinnon. Like there's so many. So it's just it's too bad. And like I was butthurt about McDavid's rookie season. And when McDavid got injured, I'm like, oh, like even just to watch them play against each other. I was robbed of that. I was like, okay, there's always next year. And then there's the Olympics that are going to follow. We never got that as well. So it's the 4 nations. It's, and then Olympics follows in 2 years or a year or whatever.
Year and a half.
But it's just like Crosby will be a 4th liner by then.
No.
If he's still on, I don't know.
See how well he's playing right now?
He's playing very good, but he's getting slow in his age. But he's
smart enough to keep playing. What is he? Is he still at a point a game pace?
Yeah, and that's one thing Will talked about. You don't have to be the fastest player. You can be the smartest, and you can save that energy to get to certain places on the ice. So what I'm getting at, nasties, and I'm sorry, I've had a hell of a morning, okay? But it's unfortunate. That hurts.
Just under a point a game pace, Crosby. 23 points in 24 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's still got it.
I'm with you right now that I don't care who wins the Four Nations.
Yeah. It's more
I
so.
think once we get there, though, that will change.
I think so too.
I think once we, like, I don't want Canada to lose to the Americans. I can't live with that.
Yeah, no.
That one pisses me off. I hate losing to the Americans.
Yeah,
The
me
most?
too.
Yes.
America. Yeah, I agree. Well, sometimes I hate
Canada,
losing to-
Russia was always like, for me, like,
They were always super cocky
I go to the World Juniors or like the early 2000s and stuff, and like,
when they blew
they were
the
always
4-goal
tough
lead.
and stuff to play against them. So it's either Russia or the US to me is the biggest Canada rivalry.
Easy. I feel like Canada Sweden's a pretty nice. Like it's
I'm
like
not, I don't get angry.
No,
If
like,
Sweden beats Canada,
I'm like, you know what? Good for them.
yeah, like
Yeah,
you
I
beat
agree.
us. Like I'm not upset. Finland, like I don't
Same
get angry.
with Finland.
US, I would just be pissed.
Yeah, I get
like how do we
livid.
lose to the Americans?
It's embarrassing.
And same with Russia. Those are the two countries that I think are rivalries for me.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Maddie.
But yeah, Four Nations, like I think I don't care right now. But I think when it happens, I'll care a little bit.
I agree.
Because who doesn't want Canada to win?
Yeah, just wait till we get there. I agree with you. I'm like not excited until it's time.
It's here.
But we might not. It's still in there. I will throw that. We might watch it, but like, get me the Olympics,
Yeah,
which then will be a year away.
and see,
As
like
long as
that's
they get that done.
yes.
I guess you did have a
Please.
long morning because you and LT had some morning issues.
Yeah, getting in.
with drivers.
Yeah,
What you guys have?
Well, LT got honked at.
My lady who took up like two.
This is the EST Hangout, Matt Iwanyk, Jasmine, Sidhu, and Trevor.
Trevor.
Party.
Trevor.
I was going first names.
Oh, that's
there.
weird.
YouTube Trev.
That's the first.
Though we're here on EdmontonSportsTalk.com, tune in, iHeart, YouTube, as well as wherever you get your podcasts. Sorry, continue.
Oh yeah. Well, LT was at a Tim Hortons parking lot.
'Kay.
And then he took too sharp of a turn. And it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, and this girl just
But
laid
she
on the
was
horn.
taking up so much
And she was saying,
room.
yes,
so
thank
he
you.
was like, that's why he had an issue. But she honked at him.
and
he honked back.
he honked back as he should.
And I never
always-
honked back at someone. I like
Yeah,
that idea.
and you're a honker
I said,
backer.
That's a good idea. I never thought
always-
if you're mad and somebody honks at you, I've never thought like,
Yeah.
screw you.
I've done it when
Every
I know I
single
was
time.
right. If
Yeah,
some-
no, I've
and
never
it's a-
thought
Even
of
if
that.
I know I'm wrong, I just can't stand getting honked at.
Well,
And
I
I'm just like,
hon-
okay,
I'm
I get
sorry
it,
if
but
I am.
right back
I
at
honked
you.
at
Don't
someone.
honk at me.
I know I honked at someone a couple days ago. I'll
Did
get
you?
into that. But what was your issue on the roads?
Well, my car starter isn't working. I need to get a battery, I think, because it's just not
Easiest,
working.
go do it after work today.
Yeah, it's like-
Easiest
I've
fix.
never replaced the car
It's
battery.
like it's
Just give 'em-
normal. You can go to like London Drugs or something, pick up a
Yeah,
battery.
you
Give me
stick
your
the screw
car
out.
remote
Yeah.
after.
Okay.
I'll open it up. I'll see what battery you need. I'll
Yeah.
tell you what to go get.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
I go to
exactly.
Walmart and get the battery. It's very simple.
Very
Wow.
simple.
Wow, thank you. Yeah, I'll do that because it's I've had a dickens of a time
Kids.
warming up.
26 though.
I'm a big kid, okay? But yeah,
Dusty over here.
and so I'm like, I have to start the car, and then I'm cold. I go back in the home, in my nice new place, and then I have to wait. But yeah, so I start off. It's annoying. I'm grumpy. I hate going out to warm my car, especially when it's like minus 15. So I got it going. Whatever. The Tim Hortons, just right down yonder. I was waiting, and I was there at 5:20 yesterday. It was open. I go, but today it was like 5:30, so it should be open. I go. There's 2 pylons that they have blocking off the drive-thru. I'm like, this is embarrassing. I'm mad, and so
This is embarrassing. I'm mad.
so I'm waiting, and I just wait. I'm like, okay, well, surely enough, someone should come out. And yeah, I wait like 2-3 minutes. Some nice lady, she comes out, grabs 1 pylon at a time. She could have double stacked it, but whatever. And she's taking her sweet time, gets it out of the way. I finally go order.
Envisioning this.
I go to order, and I see on the sign cash only. I don't have any cash, so I just spent 10 minutes just waiting, and I could for nothing. So
you
I just
don't
drove
have
off.
change in your car?
I do
I've
not.
got like quarters
not
and
either?
nickels,
Nope.
not $2.20.
No, I don't carry any coin.
My dad always throws change in my car if he has change.
There's no reason for coin in my mind.
Embarrassing.
And not now, but it used
Like,
to be.
well, with parking and stuff, but now parking
but now
all
because of
apps or
that
whatever.
sort of stuff.
Then I just don't get my. Well, I'm a mobile order guy.
Me too. I do everything online. But
So like I would have because there's another Tim Hortons. Did you go to the one at the gas
oh
station?
yeah, why don't
Yeah.
you just do a mobile order on your phone?
There's a Tim
I don't
Hortons.
have the app.
that's not hard to get.
I didn't know it was a thing. Okay,
It's so there's another Tim Hortons which is just over here on,
I usually go to that one.
and I don't
You
know,
don't have your
but
credit
I
card
also
on
don't
your
know
phone?
how early mobile order works for them. But
True
I
that.
always mobile order, like if I order Tim Hortons for this place or
Yeah.
something, I mobile order there. I walk in, grab it, walk out.
Yeah. It's.
I
I
don't.
thought that was
But you
just
don't
like
have
a
like
Starbucks.
your credentials
No,
like saved
Tim
in
Hortons.
Like any like your Visa, MasterCard?
No.
Oh,
I'm vintage. I just give. I don't
No,
like that. I don't,
that's my backup. All
Tim
the time.
Hortons,
I can't.
A&W, McDonald's, Starbucks,
all of it.
Wendy's.
You
They
get
all have
points,
mobile order.
offers,
Serious?
coupons. Yeah,
You order, you walk in, or you could go through drive-through and pick it up, but you just go and grab it. Boom, it's all
and you're
great
good
to go.
if you go there often. I suggest you do the app. You get free stuff all the time.
I go there every day.
Yeah,
the app, like it's like at some point, like
You should.
Tim Hortons.
start.
I think with Tim Hortons, you could set up so like ordered in like 15 minutes from now or something.
Yeah.
So depending
What?
how long you drive, you could be like, oh, okay, it's a 20-minute drive set up for like 20 minutes from now.
it detects you too. Like McDonald's detects
McDonald's, you have to be in the parking lot for it to go
Yeah.
through,
Wow.
which sucks because then you have to wait a little bit.
Yeah, because sometimes I'll put like my mom will call me. She'll be like, "Can you order me and your dad some food?" But they're like not with me, right? So I have to do it. If I do it on my phone, she can't get the order.
Yes.
Oh, this
So
is,
that
So-
sucks because I'll have the offers that I want to give them.
But Starbucks, like for them,
heard about that one.
you just order and it just sends through. I could order a Starbucks to
I'd
anywhere in
rather
the
die
city
than
right
wear
now.
that hat.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Some guy wearing a turkey. But that's where like, so then you go and, Starbucks, if I wanted, I could order now, pick whatever Starbucks and they'll just make it right now. And then I have
Damn.
to, so that's where where I live to my Starbucks, it's relatively close. So I order it in my parkade, drive, go there, pick up, and leave. Mobile order, way to go.
Yeah, just
You hear
Way to
that?
save you.
Yeah.
You hear
Do you
that,
want me to help
Nasties?
you with that while he does the battery?
Potentially.
And
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken,
might
I think
actually.
like the places like they love it because
They prefer
usually
it, yeah.
if you're at the till, you also still have to make stuff. So it's not like
Yeah.
you're losing a job. Those people now just are focused on making everything and handing
Yeah,
it
it's
out.
faster, and you're not really like you don't have to touch anything.
You hear that, Nasties? You
Take
learn
stuff out.
something new every day on the Hangout.
Why I honked at someone was I was driving down whatever, I can't remember what road that is. 100. One was a left turning lane. I was in the right lane and I was driving with clear lane. And this was a couple days ago when it was icy. And someone was behind the guy turning left and they pretty much quickly cut in front of me to get around. And I had to slam on the brakes, but then it was icy. So my car was not stopping and I had to like start going almost onto the sidewalk.
Such a scary feeling.
And I saw this guy coming to a little bit. So as I was trying to brake, I hit that horn.
Yeah.
And I went hard at that guy.
Good.
Like, what the hell are you doing?
Show 'em what's
this
up.
isn't,
you.
if this was July and roads were perfect, you probably could have got away with that.
Okay.
Sure.
Clearly, you could see that there's snow and ice on the ground, and there was no reason for you to have done that. And I almost just drilled the guy in the back because he was an idiot. I'm also
Damn.
one of those guys that when I got up to the red light and I saw him, like I stared him
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
I looked at
See
him
in the
and I
eye.
shooked him at my head at him. So
Yeah.
I was mad. Like I gave like
Could you imagine
so
doing
dangerous.
something wrong and Maddie pulls up to you and he's just staring? I'd be so like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
This is why I'm like I want to put the EST decal on my car, on my window in the back.
Represent.
But I am an aggressive driver, but
oh, no one will get mad at you for that one.
also if I pull up to somebody beside
just
them,
a
I
fan.
don't want them to.
You're just a fan. You're just a
Yeah.
listener.
Okay.
They don't know.
All right.
That's where I never wanted a logoed vehicle.
Yeah. so
Whenever I
because it
drove like street team vehicles at the old place, I was also in the real because I'm a little of a faster driver in times. I'm like, oh, I got to be a little more careful because if somebody like really gets mad at me,
Yeah.
they know where I work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know exactly.
But because of these conditions, you know what? Since you had a little rant, I'll just throw one in there. I was
go.
saving. There's one I'm saving for when Tommy's on the show because me and him always complain about people in the morning.
Yeah.
But this one is I've been leaving earlier to work just to avoid everybody.
Good.
Just to avoid
like that.
everybody at all costs. So it really pisses me off when there's dummies at that time. Like when I, like I did my due diligence.
And I didn't even get a wave. I didn't even get a wave.
That's embarrassing.
I didn't even get the courtesy wave.
Yeah,
Of
that-
cutting me off.
Okay.
And I still for that one, I would have still been mad because I almost like I was
Just
screwed.
through my bad.
But if he gave the wave up, I maybe wouldn't have stared him down. Or I
Yeah.
wouldn't have stared him back down as long as I stared him down type thing. But like, give me the damn wave.
Okay, so with the wave, just the other day I let somebody in on Stony Plain and they were taking forever. And I'm like, go, let's keep this zipper motion going, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever. Gets in and not one thank you. Not one light, no lights. And you know what I did?
Stubborn.
You're welcome. And I make sure they see me doing this.
Yeah.
You're
Oh, wow.
welcome, Your Majesty.
Good for you.
I give a wave back.
Oh,
like
I'm
without
very
them
petty.
waving.
I'm very petty.
but I
If
want them to know.
No,
yeah.
I know if they don't wave,
Rude
I
ass.
always just start waving.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Where's my
Yeah.
wave?
Yeah, get your ass back in line then.
Or I cut him off and feel like that's your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
Show, yeah.
How do you like it?
The worst is when you let them in and they're the worst driver. Out of like
You're just like, oh, brother.
The sample size that
This
you're
guy
like driving with, they're
stinks.
the worst one. You're like, why am I trying to be nice? Because that happened to be on the way today too. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you for letting us on.
No, it's good.
topic.
It's winter. It's
We gotta
winter
teach you the
driving right
mobile
now.
order.
We should do like a
Yeah,
Thanksgiving
and
grateful.
the nasties. I'm sure there's some nasties out there don't know
should do
about them.
Thanksgiving.
This is good to know.
The PTI, they always do, and they did it 2 days ago in their last episode of
What?
before Thanksgiving.
What?
They always do the turkeys of the year,
Mobile
which is one of
ordering.
my favorite things, where they just talk go to like the biggest boneheaded place
Yeah,
or something.
yeah,
from
yeah.
there. I love it.
They need to advertise mobile ordering.
Let's do something that we're grateful for
just-
before we end the show today, though. Okay. And good positivity. Good vibes for Thanksgiving. American.
Well, it's not our Thanksgiving, so I'm not
Well, then why
I
do we
kind of-
obsess over the NFL?
I kind of want to say it
Because
but
I get a
kinda
chance to
don't,
watch
because
football
it
at-
is American Thanksgiving.
No, we will.
I
Because
Okay.
we've been so rowdy.
Okay.
So
the reason I
give in.
get to watch football at 10:30 in the morning. That's
you
why
already
I care.
did it? Okay.
Like, no, that's the thing. Like, no, I'm just saying, like, why do we care? You said about Thanksgiving, U.S. It's because I get a chance to watch
Yeah,
sports in the middle of the day.
because of this.
Yeah, but I don't care about the Americans'
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, all that stuff. Just I get football during the day. It's awesome. Tomorrow I get a little more, some college football. There'll be and there's an NFL game tomorrow. I just want to see how, like,
I know you're trying to get to something. And we can.
well, I just wanted to see the Tim Hortons, like, how long I should, portions of this hour. I'll get to this first. Brought to you by the High Product Marketing, official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk, promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out, thehighproductmarketing.com. Thanks for that, Trev.
You're welcome.
Scarves have been shipped. I'm waiting for those. Once those come, Nasty Club membership bundles, they'll be ready to go, and I'll be getting a hold of people to come pick up, try to figure out the shipping of all that stuff to everyone that has paid for the shipping, just with the Canada Post strike and everything like that. So, yeah, it's that's coming very close with the scarves. They're on their way. I got the email notification yesterday saying
Let's
they
go.
are finally shipped. So once
wait.
those are come, and then the bundles will be ready to go. The High Product Marketing. If you want any sort of promotional products for yourself, Tim Hortons, they'll say, we'll start preparing your order now, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So how long does it take to drive over here?
15 minutes.
So yeah, at your house, set your order, do 15 minutes, and then just go in and pick it up.
That's a game changer right there.
You
I don't
just
have to
roll
wait.
through the drive. You just have to wait in the drive-thru.
2024, Trev.
How long has that been a thing, do you think?
Mobile order?
Yeah.
For a long time.
A very long time. Yeah. Tim Hortons has been a while. Starbucks was one of the first, I think, for it, but Tim Hortons
good.
mobile order. When did it launch? Let's see if Google has anything.
I don't know. Maybe we just
2017. Tim Hortons is set to launch its mobile order and pay app on July 27th, according to a franchise owner from July 2017.
I don't know what I was doing then. Maybe we don't have it in Southern Alberta then.
You've been in Edmonton for 2 years, dude.
Oh my God.
I know. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I don't know. I knew it was a thing for Starbucks, but I didn't know. Okay. Well, now you know. That's good. That'll help a lot.
Sorry, you got to get to something.
No,
I actually have a list of stuff. So many things, actually.
That's good.
jeez.
Jeepers.
I guess I was like, I don't know about stuff, but
That's a big list.
Is it?
It's your Christmas list.
Well, I wanted to
start
talk about
doing some
Black
Christmas
Friday
shopping.
too. but
Yep, that's-
yeah.
What about Black Friday?
I wanted to talk about it. Like, do you guys believe in it? Do you guys actually like?
What, do I
shop?
believe in it? Like, what do you mean? Do I believe in it?
Some people
do
think it's a scam, and you
Was
know.
it? Do I
Kinda.
think some businesses mark up prices and then lower them on Black Friday to be like, hey, you get a sale?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I think some of that's out there.
Yeah.
I think when online though, like there are great websites you can use. I think it's called Camel. They do it. You could search Amazon prices and it'll tell you if you put a listing, it tells you the history of the pricing. So you could always see what it was.
I gotta get this up.
Yeah, it's just online. You just copy the link. Are there great deals? Absolutely. Like it's kind of replaced Boxing Day
Yeah.
here. We get both.
Yeah.
I do miss when Boxing Day was just Boxing Day and then turned into Boxing Week.
Yeah.
And I do miss when Black Friday then was Black Friday. Now
Yeah.
it's Boxing Week. Like I got a Black Friday deal last week. Black Friday's tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna just.
That's crazy.
I've been kind of like monitoring this on my own for the past few years. And it's kind of true. Like you should get all your Christmas shopping, whatever the gifts that you have to bring to house parties or whatever, who's hosting Christmas dinners. Get all that now. That is my best
Veteran
advice.
move.
Your chocolates, alcohol actually has sale throughout the month of December, so you're okay in that department.
Perfect.
But yeah, things like gift baskets, whatever, presents. Do it now. It's so worth the money because after Black Friday, everything is like regular price. You're pretty much screwed.
Until Boxing Day. But
Until
for
Boxing
Christmas,
but Christmas is before Boxing Day. And
Yeah, no.
parties are before Boxing Day.
This is why I don't do gifts. Nah, that's not why I don't do gifts.
I love gifting people.
I do gifts for kids. That's what I do.
Kids are the most ungrateful people to give gifts to.
I disagree. I have some kids that are like kids in my family.
I was the
some
most
cousins.
grateful.
They tell me
because we
I'm the
didn't have
greatest
it back
at
in
gift
the
giving.
day. Well, the
like, thank
children
you.
that I know, all of you, I don't care if my friends are listening, all your kids are spoiled brats. You give them everything. So when I give them something, they're literally like,
Damn.
because they have like playrooms stacked to the top full of
You should stop
toys.
giving them stuff.
It
I
tells
do. I
me-
just buy them books now.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good.
I would
Yeah.
say maybe or just do a better job of figuring out what gifts to get them.
But their
Get them
parents,
something
their
better.
parents already bought it for them.
Get them
the
something
latest
better.
Barbie, the
Get
latest
them-
Lego, but I'll do like
Just gotta be a little better.
clothes, but then they grow out of them.
50-inch flat screen.
I will not.
My friends and my cousins' children.
I won't do
just
clothes.
Spoiled.
Yeah.
Good kids, but they're spoiled
I'm against giving clothes.
Why is that?
because you grow out of them.
No, because kids are like they want toys. I remember
don't-
being a kid.
yeah.
I wanted a toy.
But the thing
I
is,
am
your
not
toy,
giving those kids clothing.
It's garbage.
Everyone else could give them clothing.
In 48 hours, maybe 24 hours,
Yeah, they
they
don't
don't
take
want
good
it
care.
anymore. They want another toy. They're just too.
I don't care. In that moment, they got a toy from me. I want them to know that Uncle Matt gave them a toy.
Yeah.
Not clothing, not something. I gave them a toy because I always got them the fun stuff. I want to be the fun uncle.
The Funkle.
Yeah. I want to give
Damn
good
right.
gifts.
Yeah,
I want to
to
be loved for that. I'm buying love.
Yeah, it's funny how it changes, hey? Like, because I remember getting the socks, the underwear, the
Yeah.
clothes, and I'm just like, what the heck is this? You throw that, I get my toy. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
let's go. This is what I'm talking about. But then now you're like, well, obviously, I'm not getting toys, but I'm like, I appreciate like what I'm getting. I got like my Christmas list this year was kitchen appliances. Like I'm getting and I'm just like, if I was a kid, like, there's no way I'd be asking for this when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I
now-
want socks.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
socks now.
socks
So
are
little
awesome.
Matt would have wanted to like beat
Yes.
the
I
crap out of Big
always
Matt.
buy my brother socks, and yeah, always. It was just part of the stocking stuffer.
I do have to say Big Uke in the nasty chat to Jasmine. That's because a gift certificate for bottle service means nothing to the kids.
Nice. That was good.
It could be a baby bottle. Sorry, this is a good topic because I don't know. I was really grateful too. My parents got me, my brother, like, the latest gaming console or the latest Barbie. I used to be a big horse person. Like, I loved horses. And I just remember being so jacked, and now it's just like, I want that. And
Yeah.
it's like they buy it.
It's like, I want a phone, an iPhone 18 or whatever it is now.
Here
It's
you
like,
go,
how about
Terry,
new?
with your D grades.
See, and
Yeah.
that's why though I also don't like doing gifts. In my family, we don't do gifts with each other. Is that we all on our own buy when we want something, we buy it.
Duh, but the point
So
is,
now there's no like whenever somebody like when years ago parents brother be like, what do you want for Christmas? I'd be like, nothing. I don't want anything.
but you buy them something
And
that they're
then-
not going to buy themselves.
Yeah, then that's too expensive. The things I want that I'm not going to buy myself, I do not want my brother or parents or anyone else buying me because it's way too expensive.
Well, what's expensive?
I don't know, like a Tesla type car. Like,
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking
is
about?
like that's the thing. Like, but I like it. If there's
I was thinking, I was
that's
gonna
the thing.
say like an Air Jordan hoodie or something like that.
I'd
grabbed
buy
my
that for
brother.
myself if I
but
wanted
it's like
that.
full price, for example. But I'm like, it's nice.
yeah, but
like,
one day that if it goes on sale and I really want it, I'd just buy it over the course
Yeah,
of
but
the
now
year.
I'm saying it's not on sale. It's like the latest one that's out.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't need them to buy. I'll buy it myself. So we just stopped doing gifts, but we would do just for kids, and it's wonderful.
I also
don't
like-
have any stress of like trying to find that perfect gift when we don't help each other. We never gave lists to each other.
Right.
We always would just be like, don't give me anything, don't give me anything, and then we'd just be exchanging gift cards. And it's like, well, screw this.
That's boring.
So we don't do anything.
No, we do gifts.
So I do kids.
I
I think I
love
have 10 kids
surprises.
to buy for this year.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I have,
But like
I have none.
today and tomorrow.
Thank
to do it.
God.
What do you mean I have today and tomorrow to do it? I'm all month.
Fine, pay the
GS
full prices and complain.
Yeah,
after.
GST. I get a GST discount in a couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah, that was interesting. What do you guys
Oh man.
I'm not buying a Tesla Bronco, Nick.
do you guys have a favorite gift you've ever received, like of all time as a kid? Like, you're just like, this
As
is
a
the one.
kid, I did get
Yeah.
an N64. My brother and I got an N64.
And
which
that
was really
okay, that's a
exciting.
good one.
I was very
Jazz?
excited about
We
that.
always got game consoles, but that was my brother's present more so. I would say that was like a Barbie dream house that I got.
Oh, that's a
And
good
then there
one.
was this one big horse that that's why it kind of stood out in my mind. I remember I was so excited.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's okay if I share mine.
Yeah.
Go for it. Oh, yeah, like, they don't have to ask
yeah,
permission. We're just like, no, Trev, we're moving on.
our
Do you want to
presents.
know a good gift? Continue.
Okay. Oh, I got a few. Oh, this is tough. First one that came to mind immediately. Do you guys remember Heelys?
No. The wheels on the bottom of
Your
your
shoes?
Yeah, I always wanted that.
And
Never
then,
got one.
and then they got banned.
I was also too old. They got banned?
Well, where
People
I'm
are going
from.
to schools too much?
Yeah, they're just and in the hockey arena. They got banned in the hockey arena. So those were the only two places I guess I was going when I was a kid. But my Heelys, damn, I miss those. What a cool invention that was. And I spent so many hours just on my Heelys. It was the coolest thing ever. And I really wish they could bring them back.
I'm sure you can get them.
You can. But like, I'd be the only one.
Heelys.
The only one.
Heelys shoes?
Ripping around the office. Reed would be like, oh, hey.
Yeah, but how cool would you be?
Was that Trevor? What was that?
Do they do adult ones, though? Because I'm seeing kid ones. You don't want the kid ones. Oh, Heely men's Reeboks.
Oh, snap.
For $78.25.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
there
a
you go.
bargain.
Those aren't too bad.
Okay, yeah, those aren't bad at all. Well, there we go.
Jasmine's not a fan. If you're looking for a
cool,
gift
Jazz.
for your adult friends this Christmas, get them the Finnish Long Drink, which is the official drink of Edmonton Sports Talk, or drink like any other sparkling refreshment, real liquor, longdrink.com/Canada. Find a liquor store near you to pick some up. So that'd be a lovely gift. I would love getting Long Drink.
Absolutely.
I
Great
had
gift to give.
request to bring that to a Christmas party.
Longdrink.com/Canada is where you can enter your postal code and find a liquor store near you with Long Drink.
Wow, that
I
was
will.
good. Yeah, no, they are a tremendous drink. They helped me through every tailgate this summer that I was at. They're just a great drink. Well,
You took those to the tailgate?
No, maybe they were there. No, we had a few.
At tailgate?
I had a few.
I wasn't at tailgate, so I don't know what you guys brought to tailgate.
Oh, I definitely.
That's
I thought
where
you
they
had
all
red
went.
cups.
That's why we have no long
yeah.
drink cups here. Because the boys took all
Damn
the
it,
long
Zach.
drinks to tailgate.
I just assumed Belzy was taking them.
It was Zach. It was Zach. He brought them every time when he'd pick up the equipment, and then I just happened to drink them. That's all that happened. But they're a tremendous
That's why
drink.
I'm out right now.
Very good.
Gotta go
I
pick
highly
some up.
recommend.
Yeah.
I did
I
find a
love
liquor
them.
store right nearby that. Do you remember when we got that wine?
For the
Hotes?
or what are they called?
The
again?
Hotes?
I was way off.
That liquor store I think has them, so I got to go drive over there. Maybe today or tomorrow and pick some up.
I was thinking about Hotes maybe this Friday, tomorrow. I'll get it. I'll get everything. I really like the Hote.
Do you know what the Hote is?
No.
So the Hote was traditionally has to be, I think Hernan said, it's wine with Coke. So you take a glass, you put some ice in it, you pour it like a lot of wine into it, and then you start putting just a bit of Coke in into until it starts like fizzing or something, and then you mix it and you drink it, and it's delicious.
It sounds
sound great.
weird, but it was so good.
I poured
try it.
strong ones.
Kind of
when I
tasted
did it
like
a few weeks
Dr.
ago.
Pepper.
Oh, I love Dr.
It was
I would
really
try that.
good.
So once we mixed it, then it was a little bit better for the boys. But because I was a little off with it's been a long time. I didn't have my mixing properly, but they were great. Because we went. Trev took me to go drop off my car,
Yep.
and then we went and picked up some wine and
Picked
some
up Maddie from
Pepsi
the
and we had
local
some Hotes.
Costco. And then off we went.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was a lovely little 20 minutes with Trev. Yeah, just Trev and I.
Yeah,
in
it
his
was
car.
fun. It was very
Costco,
fun.
don't say that for the
Went to
LT.
liquor. I gotta get him to go there. I gotta bring him.
Yeah, Costco's wonderful when it's not busy. Also, Colin, Colin, I will bring these Long Island to the party.
Road Warriors presented by AccuSteel Heavy Haul Trailers, custom manufacturing of heavy haul trailers for mining, oil and gas equipment, highway transportation, trusted by leaders in the heavy transport industry. Get on the road with peace of mind for your large loads. AccuSteel.ca. We're minutes away from. Is my computer frozen?
It would appear so.
It just froze. I just saw Kayla.
I know,
Or they're
it's just
doing the
moving.
mannequin challenge from 2016.
We're getting ready for the Thanksgiving tripleheader to begin as the Bears are in Detroit to take on the Lions. That coming up in just a few minutes. You got the Giants and the Cowboys at 2:30 as the Lions and the Cowboys are always the home team when it comes to the U.S. Thanksgiving tripleheader. And then later tonight, it is the Packers home to the Dolphins. We also have a big game for everyone that cares. Manchester United's playing at 1 o'clock today. Big
And
deal.
they're not doing well. Hey,
They are
even
not,
last time I said
thanks.
they lost again, correct?
Thanks. Yeah, no. They
That was
drew.
one of the notes.
They drew.
Yeah.
They drew this weekend.
Okay.
They didn't lose. So deal with that. Also, just some news. This has nothing to do with road teams or anything like that. But today, Canada's men's national team is officially at its highest ranking ever in the FIFA World Cup rankings for the men's team. They are 31st in the world.
Wow.
Hey,
That's awesome.
that's not bad.
Yeah.
They're moving up. And
Moving on up.
hopefully they can keep going, keep growing. But yeah, 31st in the world. Canada get that today. I don't think there's
countries
anything
are
else
there?
really in sports.
No.
I think there's nothing else in sports today. I'd have to go look because of the U.S. Thanksgiving. Oh, there's no NHL today, is there?
No. There's
15
no
games
NHL,
last
no
night.
NBA. It's just
the
NFL
NHL is stupid
and
for
college.
this. I will say this right now.
They should.
Why can't
Take full advantage.
the Leafs take on the Sens?
Yes.
Why can't the Flames take on the Canucks today?
Because there's American players that want to enjoy Thanksgiving.
I don't care.
They're
You're playing for
Canadian
in the
team.
National Hockey League. You play like
It's your job. You're getting paid
It's-
millions of
But
bucks.
it's not an honorable
Suck it
thing to
up.
do like the NFL does. Like, it's like cool. It's a big
the
deal.
NBA plays on Christmas Day.
Yeah,
you don't think
but
those
that's
players
cool.
want to be home on Christmas Day?
Blame NHL for not making it
I don't
a
think it's
thing.
that big of a
and doing
thing.
the little turkey
I'm
hats
sorry, for you.
and like
You
all
have
that,
Canadian
right? Like, blame
fans
them.
across the place. Like there's Canadian things. If CFL plays on Canadian Thanksgiving, Americans. I'm sorry. You could put one NHL game on tonight that features 2 Canadian teams, and you could give Canadian hockey fans something to watch.
I agree.
I was just being on the defense like Maddie does.
I agree.
You don't have to
His own
have, you don't have to have an American team playing. You don't have to go up against the NFL in that sense. But like what? The NHL can't go up against the NFL in Canada with 2 Canadian teams. And like I'm not like you don't have to like don't do Crosby or McDavid and Matthews. Don't do Leafs Oilers. Too big of a game. You want to try to get an American audience with that. Give us Sens Jets. Who cares?
Something. Flames, yeah, something.
Find some sort of tradition to have where you have 2 Canadian teams playing all the time.
Yeah.
That's my take on
I
it.
side with that, actually. It'd be nice to have something tonight.
Well, I want
Besides the football.
want those players to enjoy their Thanksgiving. I think Reed and Jay were talking about this yesterday. I'm sorry. Are you trying to
No,
give
I'm
the
saying-
keyword or anything yet?
No. I have to wait till Zach's here
Okay.
or somebody else.
You're talking about how like our Thanksgiving is only 3 days. Like we only have like a Monday off, right? And
Yeah, the Americans make it a 4-day-long weekend.
like, come on. don't
We
you
do a
wanna
single
pump
day.
money into the economy for flights, groceries, whatever gifts.
4 days?
Yo, so they
Well,
okay, so
because
they-
today's Thanksgiving.
and then they're off
Not going to
tomorrow.
go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
They're off tomorrow,
then they have
largely, and then they're off on the weekend.
yeah. So there's time.
We're
to
on
fly,
off on the Monday.
See
We
your
need to add the
family,
Friday
whatever.
to our Thanksgiving.
Yeah, people can come home from college. It's just
Yeah, but
doesn't
that's
make
not
it-
a thing here. Going away for college isn't as big of a thing as it is in the States, I think.
fair enough. I mean, I went to school out of province, so to me,
I
it was,
know,
those things mattered.
But
to
I
me.
think more like, and maybe I'm off on this. I feel like more people
having
stick
family come in.
around. Like if you're in the Edmonton area, you're likely to look at schools in Edmonton and go to school here in Edmonton as opposed to options across the country. Whereas in the States, you have your safe school and you go to all over. I feel like there's a lot more traveling to college in the States.
It'd be interesting to see the numbers on that.
And there's so many more like pristine schools in the U.S.
Yeah.
But we should also adapt this. I think it would be good for our country, good for the economy.
Adopt what?
Exactly what American Thanksgiving is, to have this
Like
4
switch
day.
here?
Yeah, well, not to have just a long weekend, not just one day off.
See, and I don't mind actually like the fact that our Canadian Thanksgiving is not commercialized. It's very quaint still.
Yeah.
Get together with family, have your dinner, relax. That's all it is.
Good point.
And it's not completely commercialized with all this. And then
Like
for
Christmas
us,
is,
we
right?
get both.
Yeah.
We see the thing is we get to celebrate the US Thanksgiving still.
But you
Outside
over
of
here,
going
like,
to family,
who cares
we
about
could do
it?
the full commercialization, but we could still like take apart like we want the deals and stuff. We could go the full commercialized.
Yeah.
I don't need the commercialization of it all, but I wouldn't mind taking a 4-day weekend.
4-day
Although we also have like the tough part with the U.S. or Canadian Thanksgiving now though is a week or so prior is National Truth and Reconciliation Day, so it'd be hard to add in even another day off.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I was thinking that if I ever want to become prime minister, that's one thing I would push. 3-day weekends. That would be on my thing to do.
That is being pushed a lot out in Europe and stuff,
Boom.
where
It's happening.
they go move to a 4-day work
You can
week.
vote for me now.
Obviously, that'd be amazing, but this is a corporate world we live in.
I don't know how radio would work
Work from home.
because we're not the same. We're a very different industry than standard
is.
industries.
Yeah. It'd be
Like
tough to
usually,
make
like
that
a lot
work.
of like my brother only does 4 days a week. He has Mondays off, but he works more throughout the rest of the week
That's
to make
me
up for
too.
it.
Yeah,
I don't know how
compressed
we
work
work
schedule.
more to make up for the day that we're not on the air.
Yeah, because it's already on all day, kind of.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know how. Like, we can't just be like, well,
Like
we're gonna work.
6
I'm gonna
to
do
6.
3-hour hangout every day, but
Yeah.
well, we already have another show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be some
Right, I've always found my computer. I don't know what happened.
bumps on the road in that one, but I'll
I've
see
always
what I
thought
can
of
do.
But that is moving. I think
Yes.
in our lifetime we will see that.
Yeah, there's studies.
real?
This is a common
think so.
thing that everybody knows. There's studies that show like your own happiness is improved when you do that.
Huh. Might be onto something then.
Yeah, I mean, you just work another hour or two, whatever, a day, and you make up for it. And
Got it.
Yeah. You know what? That would make sense. An extra hour a day.
Yeah. It's
It
smart,
would be tricky, but I like that.
Kevin Vandassalar, YTT for PM.
You've
already got one vote.
You got
You've
my vote
already
too.
got one vote. You got 2 votes. You got 2 votes. We're adding them up.
Oh, great.
Every vote matters.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Did you guys see this Biz Nasty story?
Yes.
Nobody talked about it.
Because I don't know enough about it.
Me neither, and I really didn't care about it. And then LT said it's phony.
It's fake? LT said that?
He said that to me because I asked. I was like, "Oh, like nobody's talked about it," and he's like, "Oh, it's probably because it's phony." Because there's no footage of the incident. I think, correct?
No, but they do have mugshots of all the
Yes,
people
I saw
that were
that on TMZ.
involved. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, like it was at a restaurant, Biz Nasty, and then it was in the parking lot on his way to the car, is what I've heard. It might be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
1v6, it seems like.
What's that, sorry?
1v6. It was him.
It was, yeah.
6 is kind of the numbers.
And he looked, I was watching him yesterday. He looks pretty good. The other guys, not so much. So that was kind of nice to see. He's a hockey player. He knows what to do.
Yeah, I don't know much about it. Like, I didn't read much into it.
Yeah.
So
That's
is-
why it's like nobody's really talking about it.
It is interesting. It is very under the rug.
Well, I mean, I could see it being a fake story just because I think his ratings went really high the next time he did the podcast.
that sounds
yeah.
about right.
Yeah, so it could be just a clout chaser. Seems like something he would
Maybe
do.
that's what we need to do with.
But it's interesting
with someone like Trev. We're gonna get you to go up against like 6 people.
Yeah,
Oh, that'd
like
be
Cobra
cool.
Kai, you know?
We're gonna have-
Yeah. Don't mess with me. But it's
And then
like,
we're gonna talk. We're gonna post that everywhere, and then Trev's gonna make his grand return on the morning show to talk about how you destroyed 6 people.
I'm here. But yeah, it's weird. Like Paul Bissonnette, out of all people, like that's the thing. Like it's not like he's not like a. I mean, he's known. You
It's
could
not like an
consider
A-lister,
him
B-lister. I get it. Like,
famous, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's not like a LeBron James, a Connor
Hell
McDavid,
no.
or anything. So it's weird that he was the one targeted. But yeah,
yeah,
I'm happy he's okay.
I swear, I don't
I
think
like this
anybody
man.
knows about this story. But,
No, yeah.
but I mean, if he was sticking up for restaurant staff, that's cool. Because I think that's
Don't
what.
mess with people in general, but stop with retail and
Can I
restaurants.
tell you something from our Tuesday show when we were talking about like saying
Waitress and waiter?
Yeah, or like
that
knowing
one?
the server's name or like in the
yeah.
elevator.
I might know how. Oh yeah, continue.
So where I work, we have like a commissioner's desk in order, whatever. So like security, a lot of places have. And I always say good morning all the time. And then when I'm leaving for the hangout, I kind of like turn my head around and and it's like I go through glass. So they're still in another glass door and then they have like monitors in front of them so they don't even see me. But I'll like do that extra step to be like, bye, just to be polite. Today I didn't do it.
Why?
Because I'm like, I don't have to do it all the time. I just do it out of respect, but I'm like, I don't have to do it.
Yeah, but sometimes maybe they were waiting for it.
I know, and I'm like,
Do they
maybe I
say-
spoiled them.
See, so like
Do
yesterday.
they say goodbye back?
Oh yeah, they're really nice. They'd walk me to my car when I work overtime and
Yeah,
stuff.
I think if you always do it like the standard, you set a standard and they're going to
Yeah.
think that you're mad at them today.
Yeah, I think so.
But when I go back in, I go through those glass doors. I go where I'm kind of in front of them, and I always say, then I'm like, hi.
Yeah, but if you've always done it and like if
It's
you
the
weird.
goodbye part that
I know, but
I'm trying to eliminate now.
I don't think you can. How long have you been doing this?
For a while.
Then you can't get past it because then you've done something wrong in their eyes, or like they're gonna look
so wonderful.
like
Do you
it's
just not like saying goodbye?
No, because Reed and Maddie were kind of talking about like, I guess my personality is that way to just, I don't know, maybe overly friendly. I'm not too sure. But I'm like, well, then why do I do it? Like nobody else says bye to them.
We're talking about like in elevators and stuff, but like I feel like if you did it like 3 times a week out of 5.
I do it every day.
You could get away with not doing. You can maybe eliminate
Yeah.
it one more or something. But the fact you're doing it every day, and then all of a sudden I'm just gonna stop. No,
just gonna
you can't.
stop right here.
You
Yeah.
can't. Like yesterday when we were doing like everyone, I was at a table and there was like a massive table for like all the radio students, and like I initially like people like had they say their name, and I quickly just like waved to like first 3 people, and I was like, there's like 12 people here. I'm not gonna keep waving.
Yeah.
And then I got to that, and then the one girl like she said her name, she's like, and I'd like a wave, and I was like, I'm sorry.
Oh no!
So then I waved over and I laughed. And I was like, well, good thing. But I didn't know. I was like, I feel like I felt awkward. Just kept waving. Like I just felt awkward.
It would be awkward. Okay.
But then I was like, hi. And then I gave like an acknowledgement and I watched.
Okay, yeah.
But I felt awkward. And then she's like, I'd like a wave though. And I was like, oh, okay. And then
She's funny. She's going places.
She asked the most amount of questions. I really respected that.
Me too. I respect that too.
But then so that's where it's like, okay, so you set a standard. You can't back off that standard. So like I get a haircut. I set a standard too high of tipping, but I can't move on from it. I'm stuck with that number because now it's like he's gonna know. If I give less, he's gonna be like, "What's wrong with this haircut?" Or and then if I start there, then I'm stuck at the number I tip.
Okay.
I know that, and you're stuck at having to give that wave. Well, unless they change.
It's because I gotta like twist my neck and like this is why I was asking for a bobby pin because my hair fell out.
No,
and then I didn't,
If you see something that you don't know and you haven't seen before there, you can set a new standard with that person, but you're screwed with the rest.
Yeah,
unless you want to ruin your relationship with them.
Okay.
It's interesting. Like I've set a standard here at EST. Whenever I leave, I always say goodbye. I know.
Me too.
Yeah. You as well. LT, he does the Irish goodbye. He'll be very quiet on his way out. But one day, I didn't say goodbye, and then everyone like Jay's like, "What's wrong, Trev? Like, is everything okay?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, well, I was kind of going through it, but you set that standard." So I always I wouldn't be surprised if they ask you like, "What's wrong with Jazz? Like, she didn't say goodbye."
Yeah.
They think something's wrong with you today.
For sure.
Something is wrong with me.
No, that there's something like that you're dealing with something.
Yep, that's
they're
what
going.
they're
Jasmine, there's something wrong. Like there might be a little word.
I'm in a mood.
But
like,
now,
that's
well, not
not like
necessarily in a
Jazz.
mood, but there might have been something like maybe somebody ran into your car, and they're just like, "Well, Jasmine's going through something right now." Like they feel sorry, but like they think something may have happened to you that you're having to deal with, and they're worried. They may be concerned.
I don't mind saying goodbye.
But now, if you then don't do it tomorrow, okay, if it then goes another day, they're gonna think, "Well, Jasmine doesn't like us."
Yeah, and that's exactly.
It's gonna snowball into that.
All right. I will
So I
forever
think
snowball effect.
good morning
I think
and say goodbye.
you're screwed. You just gotta wave all the time.
And there's nothing wrong with saying goodbye.
No, I never found it. I didn't mind it.
It's just because
until-
they didn't say it back to you, or they didn't start. They didn't start it. Like, bye, Jazz.
Yeah, they didn't. But now they're like really excited. They like give me cookies and
Oh,
muffins.
you definitely can't stop now. Sorry, no.
And then my
stuck.
team was like, "Where'd you get that cookie and the muffin?" Because they never got it. Like got the offer from them. And then I tried to protect security. I'm like, I don't know, some other unit had it. And okay, this turned into a way longer conversation.
No, I just don't think there's no way you can get around it. I love that. I just sip it. You can't get it. You have to keep waving.
I will.
You made your bed. Now you gotta lie in it.
100%.
How dare you?
100%.
Yep.
How dare you always do it? Now you gotta.
You set a standard with them.
Oh my God.
And unless you want to change your relationship with them.
Unless you're sick and tired of it.
No, I
It's the same,
love
like
them.
every time I
They're
come in the morning,
wonderful.
well, I should say most of the times. I think there's times he doesn't notice, but if he notices I come in, he looks and he gives me away. Today
Yes.
he gave me the Vulcan salute.
I've been doing that lately. When Maddie walks
That's
in.
supposed to acknowledge you.
and other
Yeah,
times he doesn't because I know like his face, he didn't see me. I don't
Sometimes I'm dialed in.
think. But
sometimes
like
you're
if he
down.
looked at me and didn't wave, I'd think something's wrong with Trev
Yeah, exactly.
because he always waves at me.
Yes, I try my best to wave at Maddie every morning.
What's so funny?
One of my colleagues.
Oh, snap. Yeah,
Is she
I
the
was
one
gonna,
that goes, now I know?
now I was actually going to
that
ask
one
that.
her?
I was like, I'm surprised. Like, what if...
Is that one of the people you wave at?
No, she's
Oh.
one of the ones that she asked me where I got a cookie from.
Now I know.
Oh,
The,
I didn't want to rat the security.
the cookie bandit. She's not telling her where the goods are.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're in the
I'm
doghouse
so
now.
dumb.
Linda.
Linda.
and now Linda could
Linda.
play in good with the security. As Jasmine now just got turned on the security people. Linda could play in good, and Linda's going to get all the cookies now.
Linda's got a lot of
Linda's
evidence.
like, now I know. Okay. Oh
She's
my
got a
God.
lot of evidence.
Oh, this is a fun show today.
Yes.
I hope you nasties
very
are
fun.
enjoying it.
Yeah, what's up, Nasties?
Yeah,
We're
what's
having
up,
a lot of fun
Nasties?
here.
It's
Us, the holidays are starting. I guess I'm getting in the spirit a bit. So,
yeah, I kind of like Christmas. I think officially now really starts this weekend.
you know what?
Yeah.
December 1's a big day, I think, for a lot of people. Like, you can't say once December 1st hits, which is Sunday. There's no one that could say it's not Christmas anymore. Like it's
Yeah,
now.
December 1st is official.
Everyone has
It's
different
all-
times.
Snows
Everyone,
on
like
the
most people, I think
Commercialized, I don't
is
care. Yeah.
right after Remembrance Day. There are some people like the Great Cup.
Yeah.
There's U.S. Thanksgiving, but then like
Yeah.
December 1 is the official. Like there's no one that could sit there that goes like
That's right.
the holiday season.
You're
not
right.
here
The
and all.
Eras Tour's coming
here.
to an end. Let's all get happy. Did
swear
you
that-
guys see this with the
been
standing
going for
room
like
tickets?
5 years, I swear. The Eras Tour has been going forever.
That's what I said.
Well, it's errors. They've got to go through a lot of errors.
It's like going on forever, and it's coming to an end. So I'm grateful.
Yeah, I'm disappointed.
Thankful for that.
She never got the Edmonton show.
Did you? Yes. Did you see the standing room tickets?
No.
So BC Place released a standing room where you do not even see her. You don't see her.
Oh,
but
the
you-
obstructed view.
but you don't see her at all. Yeah, that's what they're called. But I think you can hear her.
Well, of course.
So get this. So I think the tickets went on sale for like $15, I think, and then now they're selling for obviously $2,000 to $3,000.
Oh my.
No one's going to pay
Those
those
people,
prices.
like
Oh.
Darwinism, needs to kick in here.
That is embarrassing.
What do you mean Darwinism has to kick in here?
What is
Do you know what
Darwinism?
Darwinism is?
Survival of the fittest.
I thought it was evolution.
Well, there's also there's the Darwin Awards where it's like stupid people die.
Yeah, I don't know.
You want people to die?
No, I don't want people to die. Shut
More
up,
turkey
Maddie.
heads.
I like all that.
That's what I mean. If like Canada did something like that, like you're thinking that's commercialism.
This is what I want. I've said the CFL should do, and then we got to do the keyword. Trev's got to leave to go set up the log shop. When it comes to,
Sorry.
I feel like the CFL should move their playoffs, their first week of the playoffs, to Thanksgiving weekend, and on the Monday, when none of us do anything generally, play their first 2 playoff games and build it up. TSN should build that up as. Like the U.S. has their Thanksgiving triple header. Let's have a CFL double header and pump the hell out of it that everyone gets ready. Like if the CFL wants to try to engage people,
That
the
would be a
NHL
good
usually is not
idea.
playing.
Yeah, it'd be an outing for people.
Then now for that,
It's
you'd
a
have to go
holiday.
back the next weekend to the Sunday for the playoffs because you have to give a little bit of time off. You can't go Monday to Saturday. But like most people aren't working that day. There's a good chance to like convince people at 11 o'clock and 2:30 to come and watch the CFL playoffs. And maybe they get interested through the rest of the playoffs. That's the one thing I would go with.
How much do we still have you for like a couple more minutes?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Well, can you quickly, because I'm not here tomorrow. Oh no, it doesn't matter. But Utah and Oilers tomorrow. What are your predictions? Oilers are always a little finicky after having a long break. However, according to me always asking questions and Reed saying that they have been practicing this week, that's not necessarily a break. So what are your thoughts?
Hey, the Oilers have never lost to Utah.
Yeah,
This is true. My thoughts on Utah, Edmonton. Okay, so I've been wrong in my last 5 predictions, but I'm going to be right here. I'm going to close my eyes. What's going to happen? It's essentially the Arizona Coyotes. They've always been pretty close games.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine it's going to be a close game. I think the Oilers will come out on top, but I think it's going to be 3-2, 4-2. It's going to be a good game, though. I'm very looking forward to watching that one. 4-2. Book it.
Yeah. I think I
Okay,
agree
so
with everything you
4-2 Utah. Cool bet. Where's that bet?
Edmonton. 4-2 Edmonton.
No, I'm going the reverse.
Okay.
What?
Yeah,
That's good.
Well, he says he got his last 5 wrong.
Oh, yeah. That's true as well. I don't know.
It's a joke. He's been wrong, so bet against.
Yeah, I
always
get
bet
it.
against me. Always bet against me,
I'm
honestly.
just sad that he's.
I
But how about
do-
this? Jazzy's saying that Oilers are going to win tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm
And
saying
it's
they're going to win
yeah,
too.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
No, absolutely not a blowout. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Because it is their first game against a new team, new franchise, a new building. It's going to be interesting for sure.
I think they will be pumped though. Like obviously it's been almost a week since expect them to come out strong.
Yeah.
But I expect like a very slow third period. I think that's when Utah slowly claws back, but Edmonton will be able to get maybe an empty netter. 4-2.
Sure. I think that's a pretty good prediction.
Sweet.
It'll be good though.
Yes. It'll be nice to see I've watched a few of their games, but to watch
and Utah
the Oilers.
can't really drink out there, so the Oilers won't be getting hammered tonight because they're flying there today.
Correct.
So
They'll find their drinks. They'll find
Yeah.
their drinks. Trev, it's been a while since we had you on the Hangout. This was fun.
I was gonna say I don't remember my last time on the Hangout. It was
I
in the
don't either.
summer. It was before I had my first vacation, I think.
Wow, yeah. We'll figure it out.
But you know what? It's okay. I love being on the Hangout. This is my favorite show in all of Edmonton sports talk, and it's awesome. And I've heard that from a lot of the nasties as well at the EST Golf Classic. They were talking about how much they love the Hangout. So
Didn't
it's
win
really
show
cool.
of the year, though, at the Estes.
But who knows? Year 2, it might. Okay. It might. But thanks for having me. As always, guys, I really appreciate it. Nasties, you guys are beauties. I'm sorry I failed you earlier, but I will be better. I can be better, and
How'd
I will
you
be.
fail?
I watch my hot takes.
Actually, next
They
time
were
with that,
cold.
you should have just asked Nasties for hot takes. and got them to text him in and just took them. Hernan used to be the voice of the people. And then at the end, when he'd win or lose, he'd be like, "Oh, and I'd like to thank," and he'd list off the people that gave him takes, and it was the best part of hot takes.
That's pretty good.
So you should be the voice of the people.
Awesome.
Yeah, go set up Lock Shop.
Do you want me to get a caller?
Nah, we'll just qualify someone off air today because we don't have anyone else to call.
I can do it.
And we don't have enough time, I don't think.
Okay.
So you got to
good.
go set up
No worries.
things.
Okay.
EST Flyaway to LA, presented by the 780. Got the shirt on today. Homegrown local shop right here in Edmonton. 780, both the shop name, in-house clothing brand, celebrating all things unique to Edmonton. They work with close to 100 local branders from the 780 help promote and get their brands off the ground. Check them out online, 780.com. That's the word 7, the number 80.com, or any of their 5 locations: Southgate, Londonderry, Kingsway, St. Albert, and the Outlet Mall by the airport. It is our last qualifying opportunity. Oh, Reed's going to come in for a couple of minutes. Last chance to qualify for the EST or Flyaway on the EST Hangout. There's only 2 more chances left as we're giving this away tomorrow on the Nielsen Show. It's been 9 weeks of qualifying. It ends today for qualifying, and the morning show. Keep your phone on if you are one of the qualifiers because you got to answer your phone tomorrow morning if you want to win, if your name is drawn. So tomorrow it is happening. The keyword, though, today for people to text to 780-218-9999 is
Hotel.
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 Flights, hotel, car, all provided to you along with the tickets to Warriors, Clippers, Intuit Dome, Rams, Cards, SoFi Stadium, as well as Oilers taking on either the Ducks or the Kings. This trip goes December 26th through to the 30th. Hotel, 780-218-9999. We won't call somebody on the air today. Instead, I will just message someone. We'll do the draw after the show and get in touch as we're running out of time. And Reed's here. What'd you get from Starbucks?
Just coffee, baby.
That's great, isn't it? I actually do just get a Starbucks coffee, except on my birthday when I get the free drink, and I go
You're
for
a
like most.
fancy one.
You get a free drink on your birthday?
Yeah.
If you're part of the membership and have the app and
I
stuff.
have the app on my phone, yeah. I don't
know how
remember
it
if I
works,
had to
but-
put my birthday in.
Yeah, if you put your birthday and you get a free drink that day, and you could get whatever you want, food or drink, actually.
What
So,
if I
like,
just changed my birthday so it was always
I don't think
that
you
day?
could.
I think the app doesn't allow you to do that.
You have to pick a
But
day.
I go for like extra espresso shots. I try to go for like a $9-10
Yeah,
drink because it's
yeah.
like I'm getting this for free.
Legit.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna get the
Be
biggest
$13
size.
drink.
I never
Damn
knew
right.
that.
For sure.
There you go. You learned something new today.
I really did, Matthew.
April 1st,
Thanks
you get
for
a free
educating
drink.
me.
I will text you on
April
April 1st
To
and be
remind
like,
you.
hey, make sure you get your free drink from Starbucks today.
And
Yeah,
you can
please
also
do.
text happy birthday after that.
That is my way of saying happy
That's
birthday.
another way to do it.
No, they used to actually do it. It used to be like, I think for like a couple of days around your birthday that you could do it. And they changed it to just only on your birthday you can go get it.
Oh, that's a nice touch, though. But you have to have the app. You can't just
I
go in
think it
there
is
and
now.
say,
No.
hey, it's my birthday.
No, but it used to be before, like you'd have there was a gold Starbucks card that you could get. And you could just scan it and they would know. And you just be like, hey, I just want my free birthday drink. And when they scan it, they knew.
Oh, cool.
So there you go.
Fascinating. Thank you for sharing that with me.
Anytime, Reed.
All right.
I have great knowledge of Starbucks as well as mobile ordering.
Yeah, we just talked.
If you're ever interested in learning how to
YTT
mobile
there.
order, I could help you out with that as well.
You
Or
like
if you need-
mobile ordering?
I think it's the greatest thing ever.
Or if you need your battery changed in your car keys.
Well, that we'll see if I could do that. We'll test that out. I don't like talking to. I like actually limiting my interactions with people. So
We
mobile
know.
order is
Imagine
the best. It's great.
You don't say.
Oh, it's
But when I go in and get my mobile order from Starbucks, I still just yell out a general thank you in the direction of the staff.
Yes. Oh,
I
that's
do.
nice. Yes,
or like if
I
they're
do
like
too.
because they'll be like have a good day and I'm like you too.
Yeah.
But I don't have to actually like go and stand in line and wait and then because I also don't do drive-throughs.
Why not?
I feel like I find that I'm too that's lazy personally. I am very capable of parking my car, getting out, making the short walk into a place, grabbing whatever I need, and walking out.
But there are some places that are geared towards being a drive-through.
And I don't go to those places.
Okay. What about our neighborhood Tim's here? But
There's a different
Petro
tips. I don't go to that one because I can't mobile order there. I can mobile order to the
I
one
don't have the
on
mobile ordering
111
with
or
Tim's.
whatever, and I park, walk in, grab, walk out.
Okay.
Very
well,
simple.
congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's great.
You saying congratulations to me for anything is the highlight of my day
It
and
should
the
be.
highlight of my month.
It should be. That's nice to hear.
You get excited about U.S. Thanksgiving football?
Not overly. I mean, I'm aware the games are on. I think it was probably different when I was in university because you have to remember I grew up without cable. So these games were just mythical things that happened. And then maybe in university, maybe you're done class at 2 or 3 and it's like, oh, I can actually just watch a football game on a Thursday afternoon. But there weren't the evening games then.
Because that's
it's
only
cool.
been the last 10 years or something.
Yeah, it's cool they're on today, but to say I get excited about it, no, I wouldn't say I get excited about it. It's neat to follow them and have something to watch.
I used to get excited about them through school. Like it was my goal through junior high and high school to convince my teachers to put the game on. And I had a very high success rate of somehow getting
just
it
in
done.
the classroom in
Just
the background.
where you'd have the TV on, and like most, it'd be like just no sound. Like you don't need to put the sound on, but could we get the game on? And for whatever reason, most of my teachers were like willing to.
Oh, neat. Zip? Probably Zip. We didn't have
I don't
Zip.
know if I ever would have had to do it with Zip. I don't remember because I would have had him. I don't know how many years I had Zip. Did you ever like get excited for this?
I would take it off work and I would chill at home, watch games.
Really?
Yeah, it would be one of my days off.
I always wanted to do that. But then working in sports radio was like, well, that's easy. I could just watch it because I'm working.
Well, that's
Yeah,
the beauty of it.
yeah.
If you're
this is the job.
if you're in a
I
sports
can.
department, you just have it on.
Yeah, it's work.
Yeah, so
what we're
that's
doing.
why I guess it's a little different. Well, do you get excited for it? Well, I can just have it on in my workplace. I mean, when I did TV in Lloydminster, there was like a TV right on your desk. You could have it whatever on whatever
so
you
I
wanted, so you'd
get
have the
those.
football game on.
Right?
Someone has emailed our website through our submission page on the front page a limerick about you and Jay. Would you like it for your show? Would you like me to read it for you and here?
Is it from Coach Gator?
It's from Mike Applegate.
That's
yes, Coach Gator.
Yeah, I will read that on
it.
my show.
Perfect. Glad you got that.
Zion Williamson, he was asked what's going to be his favorite thing for Thanksgiving, and he didn't answer because he didn't want to get made fun of.
His favorite food?
So then what would it be?
Because they make fun of him being a little hefty.
Yeah, but
Oh.
like you just have to say like I like turkey. No one's
Yeah.
gonna make fun. So I think he's
Because the
embarrassed.
media's on
He
him.
wanted
No,
a
I think
dessert.
he's then embarrassed about what he likes the most.
Probably some sort of dessert.
Or he's getting sick and tired of people calling him a little chubs.
So he just didn't want to answer a food question
Yes,
of any
that's
type.
right.
That's no
Fair
fair.
enough.
Everyone's gonna get asked that.
I know. Poor guy.
What is my favorite thing of Thanksgiving? It is, I think, the turkey.
Yeah,
with
turkey.
cranberry.
Me
Throwing
too.
cranberries on it.
Cranberry, turkey, and gravy.
See, and I've never really combined the two.
I do.
Gravy with the cranberry. Is that good?
Delicious.
Are you a
Sweet,
turkey guy?
salty.
No, Jay and I did this for Canadian Thanksgiving, which I should remind everybody we're
Is the real
Canadian and have
Thanksgiving.
already celebrated
Oh, God.
Thanksgiving.
See, and I'll never call that one Canadian Thanksgiving. Unless, like, I'm
Yes. Yeah, I call
relating
it
the two, I break
Thanksgiving.
them down.
We call it
That's
American
Thanksgiving. This is
Thanksgiving.
always U.S. Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
Yes, of course. Yeah, this discussion's already been done. Neither Jay nor I are big turkey guys.
Right, I remember this
and
conversation.
Yeah.
the Thanksgiving
Which I'm
that
s-
my family had this year, there actually wasn't turkey. It was really good though.
I love turkey.
There was ham. There was like a broccoli and mushroom casserole. There was
Yeah, your cousin brought a dish you
my
absolutely
cousin
loved.
brought some kind of tomato or not tomatoes, like potato bake or something like that. That was really good. Yeah, she was the host, so it was in her house.
So, okay, Dusty was thrown out to Dusty in the morning show today. Like the idea of, have we ever thought of an EST Thanksgiving for U.S. Thanksgiving, have a turkey?
I'm down.
And my immediate take was like, I don't know. I'm more with it. This isn't our Thanksgiving.
I mean,
I'll enjoy it for the
Depends.
football. I'll dive in for the football. I'll dive in for the shopping deals, and that's about it. I don't need to. If you want, like, also, you can have
to make
Thanksgiving
turkey?
whenever you want. Well, just make turkey.
the thing is, Christmas is around the corner, and you're going to be having turkey every other weekend, with depending on how many parties you're going to.
Yeah, if you're you have a party every second day.
Yeah,
Oh,
Traveling to Vancouver and Toronto for Christmas.
really?
No.
no. I do have a quick. We're ending. Maybe I can ask
Yeah.
you guys this next time. But the
He
other
probably won't be
question
here.
is, what's that?
He won't be here.
Okay, maybe I'll ask you. But are we doing Secret Santa? I thought Zachy wanted to do it.
I'm not planning a secret
I
Santa.
don't want to
I
do
need
it.
to know.
And I don't
Black
do it
Friday
either.
ends tomorrow. Okay.
We're
I'm glad
having
you're
other
around
we're
because
having
I'm
other
not now the only like curmudgeon around.
we're
here.
having other Christmas events. I just think Secret Santa is a pain in the ass, personally. I did it at Chet a couple of times. Now, I should say I got a really cool gift from somebody once. They got me, there was a book of cartoons. It was called The Bunny Suicides, and it was absolutely hilarious. But I don't know, like one year I drew somebody I didn't know, so I got to go talk to her. And she was very nice. Like I got along with her when I didn't interact with her, but I didn't really know her. And I was like, okay, what's she into? She's like, well, she likes chocolate and her husband are into wine. Okay. So I got her like 4 little chocolates, and then the Friday gift was a bottle of wine, except I didn't realize this until later in the week. The Tuesday chocolate, it was like a little, package. I put it in a little box and wrapped it, and I forgot to put the chocolate in the box. But luckily I realized it before the end of the week, so I gave it to her with the wine. I was like, hey, I think I gave you an empty box. She's like, yeah, I thought it was like a tease for something coming later in the week. I was like, well, no, she's like, I thought maybe you had a kid that ate it by accident and then you still wrapped it. I was like, no, I just literally wrapped an empty box. But I don't know. Secret Santa can be fun, but I
don't like
just
force stuff.
And here's the thing, there's always that one person that's like, okay, do not spend more than $10.
And they spend 50.
And somebody goes and spends 50. And everybody else is given a used tea towel as a gift.
You get the iPod, and everyone else gets oven mitts.
Yeah, it's happened.
So I'd prefer not to do it. If we have one and everybody goes in, then I guess we'll go.
I know that to do like $5 or $10.
No, see, I'm a type I don't like forced stuff. So if Zach wants to get one going, whoever wants in can get in. Okay. I will not be joining.
Whoa.
Straight up. Why? Because there's people that don't want to join. So I will set the stand for the people that don't want to join that they don't have to, because there's already one person not doing it. And if I'm the only person not doing it, I still don't care.
Are you going to do it, Sidhu?
No, do you think I have time to organize something like this?
No, but would you get in if it's happening?
I would.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
She wants gifts.
I like giving gifts. That's why. Okay, I know you're going to wrap it up. Just one more question, and I'll probably bring this up later. But so one of the parties is you have to bring something that starts with the first letter of your name. And J is hard. The only thing I can think about is like jalapeno poppers.
Oh, that'd be delicious.
Would it be? I never made them from scratch.
Food you have to bring?
Yeah, so jerky, no, because that's not really. And then I'm like, jerk chicken is very hard to make because I need an open fire. And so I also Googled nothing very many.
You could do like a jelly or a jello or something.
Yeah,
that's
jello shots.
Yeah, but that's not like hard. People are going to bring
jelly beans.
Okay, thanks, Matt.
Jambalaya.
You can end the show now.
Great, thanks for popping in.
That's a stupid concept for a party. Tell whatever friend came up with that. That's a stupid concept for a party.
That's how we're ending it. I'm just going to let it end with Reese. That's a stupid concept for a party. Reed, thanks for jumping in. Right. YouTube, Trev, thanks for hopping on as well. Jasmine, we will see you next week. Everyone, thanks for tuning in to the EST Hangout. Lock Shop coming up in just a few minutes with Dusty and Huss. We got 2 guys and a goalie. Reed's actually on 2 guys and a goalie today, unless Dusty gets back here. No, Huss isn't. Dusty's not on Lock Shop today. It's going to be Huss and Jake because Dusty's off at a meeting. Hopefully, he'll be back in time. EST Afternoons, Reed Wilkins Show, which will have the final qualifying opportunity for the EST flyaway. But Lock Shop coming up in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. That gets going with Huss and Jake in just a few minutes.
Happy Let's
go. There you go. Right in front of the camera.
First-time guest, long-time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Zola with here. Joining us today.